Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're here at Miami for the second race today, the Division One Championship race at Homestead, Miami. Your four drivers, I don't know how well you can see this. I'll switch it over here in a minute. Your four drivers running for the championship is Steve R in the 25, the 22 of G Puck, the Deuce, the 2 car of Double D, and the 76 of Chris Strat, Delaware. And your five drivers right now that would be going down to Division Two is Rob in the 18, Alex in the 23, Big Don in the 5, Dave Little in the 45, and BR Wells in the 62. Rob needs to pick up 6 points on Devon OG to move out. And with one race remaining here, anybody that has at least 281 points, so that's Troy Carter from 23rd on up, is guaranteed not to drop out. From 24th, Keith White on down, there's still a mathematical shot that they could be put in the bottom five. Let's switch over here and let you see the points a little better here. Like I say, your top five are Steve R, G Puck, Double D, and Chris Strat with 4,000 points each running for the championship. And your bottom five here is Rob in the 18 to 23 of Alex, 5 of Big Don, 45 of Little, and the 62 of Wells. Like I say, Wells is probably the only one that is officially not going to be able to get out of the bottom five with being 208. Everybody else has a chance here if they have a good race of getting out of this bottom five. Because, like I say, Rob only needs to pick up 6 points on Devon OG, and he would knock Devon OG in the bottom five. So let's get back here to the track. And we'll get the starting lineup. Four playoff drivers will be guaranteed in the top 19. So we'll do that first. See where they're going to start. Put these four in a bag. Shuffle that up a little bit. And we'll shuffle the 19 starting spots that they could possibly get. See where the four remaining championship contenders here at Homestead will be starting. First up will be in the 6th spot. Not a bad starting spot up in the top group. And that'll be Double D. And the 2 car will be starting 6th. Not bad. And your top 4 will be the only TV drivers. There'll be 4 TV drivers. Starting 19th, as worse as you can get. So it's going to have his work cut out for him. And that's Chris Strat, Delaware, starting 19th in the 76. There is no bonus points for leading a lap or leading the most laps. It's whoever finishes the best wins the championship. Starting 13th will be Steve R. That leaves G Puck still in there. Steve R will start 13th. Is that going to be a lucky number 13 for Steve in the 25 car? All right, where's G Puck? G Puck's going to start the highest. He's going to start in 4th. There's G Puck in the 22. Right now, he would be your points winner and be the champ here in the season 7. Let's put these cards back in here and shuffle them and get the rest of the starting line up here for the Miami Homestead 250. championship race. We'll crown our champion and just find out who goes down to Division 2. Alrighty, we'll shuffle the drivers here. Non-championship contenders. Like I say, from 23rd on up is guaranteed not to be dropped. But if you're 24th in the points and lower, there's still a possibility that you will be dropped into the Division 2. Shake them up a little bit here. And let's get on with qualifying. First up, 16th starting position. That will be Sarah Reynolds in the 97. Starting 7th will be Rob. He needs that. A good starting spot for you, Rob. Starting 7th. And the 18 is Rob. He needs to stay up there. Get out of that bottom 5. Starting 34th will be Keith White in the 17. Starting 18th will be Glenn B in the 23. Your outside pole sitter will be Troy Carter in the 55. Starting 25th will be Amish Elvis in the 00. Starting 11th will be Big Don in the 5. He needs a good race to get out of that bottom 5. Nice starting spot. Starting 22nd is Michael B in the 1. '30th starting position will be Gorman in the 79. '39th will be Jim Cutter in the 68. '20th will be P-Jet in the 44. Their last race, he'll be the champ. We will have a new champion in the season 7. Starting 35th will be Darla in the 14. '29th will be Fanomatic in the 19. '24th will be Michael B Michael P. rather, in the 73. Ninth will be Alan Shaw in the 11. 17th be MP Fox in the 12. 8th be H. Hess in the 88. A lot of 8s there. Is that going to be a good sign for Hess? 14th be Hammer Time in the 34. 10th will be Dez in the 96. 3rd be Demos in the 17. 21st be Bob B in the 69. 26th will be Clinton Parks in the 88. 38th be Dave Little in the 45. He's going to need to move up to get out of that bottom 5. 27th will be Danny and Gray in the 42. 42nd will be yours truly, Dwayne Martz. I have a ways to go here. Starting in the rear with the gear. Starting 40th will be Bobby Catalina in the 20. 36th will be Glenn P in the 4. 41st be Candy in the 68. 23rd be Ken Castro in the 92. 32nd will be the 13 of D. Scott Howard. 32nd. 31st be Roger Ward in the 24. Your pole setter for the day's championship race here at Homestead, Miami will be Keith Avalon in the 1. The 1 starting on the pole. Is that a good omen for him? 33rd will be Paul Govier in the 55. Starting 5th, rounding out top group will be Devin O.G. starting ahead of you, Rob. That's the first one that could be bumped into the bottom group by Rob. And the rest of them, he's getting a good starting position to stay ahead, not be in that bottom group. Bottom 5, starting 15th. B.R. Wells. He needs a good race here to get out of there. Starting 12th. Fast Eddie in the 9. Starting 28th is Tim Tribfan in the 26. Shotgun to the field will be Sean D in the 33. And 37th and last driver is Alex in the 23. Alrighty. Let's go down here and get the starting grid here for the 250 Miami race, our championship race. Starting on pole, and the 1 car is Keith Avalon. Outside pole sitter in the 55 is Troy Carter. Starting 3rd in the 17 is Demos. Starting 4th, one of your championship drivers is G Puck in the 22. Starting 5th in the 28 is OG. Starting 6th, another championship driver in the 2 car is Double D. Starting 7th in the 18 car is Rob. Starting 8th in the 88 is Hess. Starting 9th and 11 is Shaw. Starting 10th and the 96 is Dez. Starting 11th and the 5 is Big Don. Starting 12th is Chilton in the 9. Starting 13th, another championship contender is Steve R in the 25. Starting 14th in the 34 is Hammer Time. Starting 15th in the 62 is Wells. Starting 16th in the 97 is Reynolds. Starting 17th in the 12 is Fox. Starting 18th in the 23 is Glenn B. And your last championship contender, starting 19th in the 76 is Delaware. Starting 20th in the 44 is P-Jet. Starting 21st in the 69 is Bob B. Starting 22nd in the 1 is Michael B. Starting 23rd in the 92 is Castro. Starting 24th in the 73 is Michael P. Starting 25th in the 00 is Elvis. Starting 26th in the 88 is Parks. Starting 27th in the 42 is Gray. Starting 28th in the 26 is Tribe Fan. Starting 29th in the 19 is Phantomatic. Starting 30th in the 79 is Gorman. Starting 24th and starting 31st rather in the 24 is Ward. Starting 32nd in the 13 is Howard. Starting 33rd in the 55 is Govier. Starting 34th in the 17 is Wise. Starting 35th in the 14th is Darla. Starting 36th in the 4 is Glen P. Starting 37th in the 23 is Alex. Starting 38th in the 45 is Little. Starting 39th in the 68 is Jim Cutter. Starting 40th in the 20 is Catalino. Starting 41st in the 68 is Candy. Starting 42nd in the 21 is March, yours truly. And shotgun and last in the 33 is Sean D. And Keith Avalon will be taking us to the green flag here at Miami Homestead. And here we go. And we got a bottom group of skill. Skill in the bottom group. First one up is yours truly, trying to get out of the rear with the gear. Not with a 5. Ain't happened. How about the 20 car? Bobby gonna move up? No. Dave Little trying to motor out of here. He needs a good race. A 2.56. He moves up to 16th, knocks Sarah Reynolds back. Next up is Howard in the 13. A 1.24. He gets Big Don, goes from 32nd up to 11th. Ward with a shot to move up here. A 2.41. And Hammer Time has the skill, holds him off. How about Fanomatic? A 1.12. Alan Shaw doesn't have skill. Fanomatic gets him. Tim Tribe Fan, the shot of getting out of the rear with the gear, not with a 5. How about Danny and Gray? Whoa, lost the dice. A 1.64. He gets Chris Delaware, goes from 27th up to 19th. Chris not having a good start here. One of the championship contenders. Parks with a shot here to move up. Not with a 6. Ken Castro. Not with a 6. How about Michael B? Not with a 5. Bob B. A 1.51. And he gets 17th from the 12 of Fox. And here comes P-Jet making a run. Not with a 4. That's turn number 1. As we move to turn number 2 here at Miami. 25 turns. And another bottom group, this time star. How many stars we got back here? Candy's a star. Not with a 5. Jim Cutter. A 2.26. Gets Dez, goes from 39th the whole way up to the top 10. Motoring right along. Not many stars back here. Chris trying to get out of here, needs to move up, trying to win this championship. A 1.43. Goes up to 15th, gets himself back up here, gives himself a shot. Michael B, last one in the bottom group of star, a 2.64, gets Glenn B, moves from 22nd up to 18th. Turn number 3. All 43 cars still running. Top group of Reflex. Rob's got the Reflex. So does Keith. Takes a 4 to beat him, Rob. A 2.11, no. Demos has Reflex. Can he get up there? No. Demo has a problem. Rolls triples. What kind of problem does he have? 63. That'll be an unscheduled pit stop. Roll for repair. Takes a 7 to stay in the race. Gets it. Demos will drop back to 43rd from 3rd. And Troy Carter with reflex. 3-6. Troy Carter gets the lead from Keith Avalon here on turn number 3. 55 of Carter in the lead. We'll see who moves up to the top and middle group. First one that has a shot at the top group is Hess, not 88. Yes, he will. See if P-Jet can get out of the bottom group. No. How about Fox? No. How about Glenn B? Yes, he does. All 43 cars are still running after Demos made an unscheduled pit stop. We move on to turn number 4 of 25 here at Miami for the championship. Right now, your championship winner would be G-Puck. He's up to 3rd, followed close behind in 5th by Double D, though, keeping him in sight. Turn 4. We got a middle group of star. How many stars are in the middle group? Michael B's a star. 6 not happening. Chris can move up here. Be challenged those 2 up there in the top group. Not with a 5. Steve R, another one of the championship drivers with a shot here. Not with a 5. How about Fast Eddie in the 9? A 3-1-2 gets Keith. Keith went from leading now back to 11th. As Fast Eddie gets 2nd. Jim Cutter coming up through the pack. See if he can get up to the top group. A 1-3-4 knocks G-Puck back to 9th. Right now, your champion would be Double D and the Deuce. Yep. Goes from 3rd to 9th as G-Puck. Turn number 5. We got a middle group of reflex in the middle group. Glenn B, not with a 4. Michael B, the B's are coming. A 1-2-4 gets 3rd from Jim Cutter. He didn't stay there very long. Here comes Bob B. Like I say, the B's are running wild. Glenn B, Michael B, Bob B. Not with the 6. Dave Little. Not with a 5. Hammer Time. Not with a 4. Keith Avalon trying to get back up there after leading this race. A 3-3-2. Michael B has the reflex. He holds him off. Chris Howard. A 2-4-3. He gets Double D. That puts G-Puck back in the championship lead. 9th, 10th, 12th, and 14th. They're all running together. And that's it for that turn. No more reflex in the middle group. Turn number 6. Again, a middle group of Heat this time. Heat in the middle group. First up is Danny and Gray. A 1-1 is not going to get it done. Chris Stratt trying to get out of here and move up and be taking over the lead for the championship. Not with a 6. Steve R, another championship driver, has Heat. Not with a 4. And that's it for Heat. First pit stop of the race, turn number 7. And it's the top group. And Rob, oh my gosh, Rob has a pit violation. Will drop down to 43rd. You did not need that, Rob. Sure. Pit violation. Just when it looked like Rob was running good and might have been able to get a chip. Drops down to 43rd with a pit violation. See who can get chips up here in the top group. Troy Carter with a 4 gets a chip with snake eyes. Fast Eddie needs a 4. No. Michael B needs a 6. Gets it. Devin OG needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Howard needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Hess needs a 6. Gets it. And Fan-O-Matic needs a 4. Gets it with snake eyes. Man, the pit crews are doing their job here today at Homestead. 4 out of the 7 gets it. See if anybody beats Troy out of the pits here. A 3-1 Fan-O-Matic beats him out of the pits. Let's see if they burn their chips. Yes, they do. They both burn their chips up to get that done. We move on to turn number 8. We got a pedal to the metal. First one of the race. And it'll be the 34th. It'll be Glenn B starting the train. How many will follow? Alex follows. Reynolds follows. Dez follows. Catalina doesn't. 4-man train going after Darla. Gets her. Going after Keith White. Gets him. Going after Paul Govier. Gets him. Going after Big Don. Gets him. Going after Ward. Gets him. Going after Gorman. Gets him. Going after Alan Shaw. Doesn't. But they pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. Moves up to 28th to 33rd, respectively. Nice move. By the train. Turn number 9. We got a top group of Star. Star in the top group. Fan-O-Matic does not have it. So a 4 will beat him. A 3 will beat him, sorry. 3, 5, 6, no. Devin OG can't get it done. Fast Eddie. No, not with the 5. Hess will get it done. He's got a chip here. 5, he'll need to use it. Hess gets the lead here on turn number 9. 88 takes over the lead. It won't be long. Michael B has the star quality and a chip. And he'll need to use his chip though. The 1 car takes over the lead. Michael B. Here on turn 8. Sorry, turn 9. Turn 9. As we go to turn 10 now. And we got a middle group of Smart in the middle group. Who is Smart? Glenn B. Smart. A 156 gets Devin OG. Moves up to 6th. Danny and Gray. A 3-2-3 gets Fan-O-Matic. Moves up to 3rd. Hammer time, Smart. Not with a 4. Double D. Trying to get past G Puck here. Not with a 4. We move on to turn number 11. We got a top group of Smart. Who's Smart? Glenn B. Smart. Michael B. is not. So then he takes a 3 to beat him. A 1-4. Glenn B. gets the lead in that 23 car here on turn 11. Danny and Gray, Smart, trying to get the lead in that 42 car. 1-1, no. Last one that's Smart is Hess in the 88. A 3-3. Glenn B holds him off with that Smart quality. Go to turn number 12. Another top group. This time it's TV. Nobody in the top group's TV. All your championship drivers is running in the middle group. Another pedal to the metal. And it'll be the 21 Ken Castro starting this train. Will Michael P follow him along? Yes, he will. How about Amish Elvis? No, just a 2-man gang going after Fox. Gets him. Trying to get up to the middle group. P-Jet. No, P-Jet holds him off. They only pick up one spot. Turn 14. Just past the halfway point. We got another middle group of Skill this time. P-Jet with Skill. Not with a 5. Fanomatic. A 2-3-5. Gets Troy Carter. Goes from 17th up to 4th. Bob B with Skill. A 1-2-5 gets 3rd from Danny and Gray, 15th up to 3rd. Dave Little trying to make it up through here. A 1-2-1 not happening. Chris Delaware, one of your championship drivers, has Skill. Not with a 5. Hammer time, another shot for him. Not with a 4. Steve R with Skill, one of your championship drivers. A 3-6-3. He gets 6th place and moves up into the top group. Right now, he would be your champ, Steve R. Keith Avalon, can he make it back up there? 2-6-2. Steve holds him off with that skill trait. Here comes Double D with Skill. A 3-6-4. He moves into 7th, one spot behind Steve R. And last one's G Puck trying to get up there. Not with a 4. Turn number 15. We got a top group of Smart. Smart in the top group. Glenn B does have Smart. He'll take a 4 to beat him. First one up is Double D and the Deuce. A 2-1, no. Fanomatic with Smart. A 2-3, he holds him off. Last one's Hess with a shot in that 88 car. Not with a 5. Turn 16. Time's running out on these championship drivers and guys like Rob trying to get out of that bottom 5. How's it going, Keith? Right now you're running in 36th. Here we go. Turn 16. We got another top group of Reflex in the top. Neither one of your championship drivers has Reflex. Bob B is the only one, and so does Glenn B. It's the battle of the B's. It takes a 4 to beat him. And a 5-3 not happening. Here comes the money stop. Last pit stop of the race. Time to get these cars fixed and tuned. And it'll be the middle group, 2 and 6. Switch. And that moves Double D up to third. He right now would be your champion. See how many drivers back here in the middle group gets a chip. First up is G-Puck. He gets a chip. Howard needs a 3. He doesn't get it. OG needs a 7. He doesn't get it. P-Jet needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Hammer Tom needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Chris needs a 5. Gets it. Championship drivers crew comes through for him. Both championship drivers back here come up with chips. Dave Little needs an 8. Gets it. Danny and Gray needs a 6. Gets it. These guys are coming through here. Last pit stop of the year. Jim Cutter needs a 4. Gets it with Snake Eyes. Troy Carter needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Heath Avalon needs a 6. Gets it with Snake Eyes. And Michael B needs a 6. Doesn't get it. A lot of them did though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them did. And see if anybody can beat Michael B out of the pits here. A 3-1. Fan-O-Matic takes over the lead here on turn 17. The 19 car of Fan-O-Matic is leading here at Homestead on turn 17. We move on to turn 18. See if these chips come into play. Top group of Reflex. Bob B's got the Reflex. Fan-O-Matic doesn't. It only takes a 3 to beat him. 5 and a 6. No. Steve R, one of our champions, doesn't have Reflex. Glenn B trying to get that lead back. A 6-2. No. And that's it for that turn. Turn number 19. Getting near the end here. Got to make your move. Another top group of Reflex. Again, Bob B coming after him. A 5. Nope. Glenn B trying to get it. The battle of the B's. A 3-1. No. And that's it. Move on to turn 20. Only 6 turns to go. 60 miles. We got another pedal to the metal. And this time it'll be the 4 car. It'll be Glenn B starting the train. And he'll be the only man going after Double D. Gets him. Going after Hess. Doesn't get him. And he picks up 1 spot. Double D back to 4th. Steve R at 6th. So we go to turn 21. 5 turns to go. We got a middle group, doubles, and TV. Here they come with their chips. The 2 playoff championship drivers. First one's Chris Stratt. A 3-1-1. He'll need to use his chip, but puts him up to 2nd. Right now, he would be your champion. I believe Chris has won a championship before. He'd be our first champion to ever win 2. Here comes G-Puck. He needs that white one to take over from Chris. 1-6-4. He moves up to 7th without using his chip, though. He's looking good. Possibly could get the win here tonight at Miami. We did have a problem. Let's see who has the problem here in the top group. Is it one of our championship drivers? No, it's Fast Eddie. Has a problem. 32. Loose in the turn to the end of the bottom group. All 43 cars, amazingly, are still running. Goes from 5th to 43rd. See who moves up here. Bob B doesn't. Hess doesn't. Little does. Dave Little moves up to 7th. See if Ken Castro can move out of the rear in the bottom group here. Yes, he does. The bottom group hasn't seen much action. Nobody's had a shot of moving up here in the last 10 or so turns. Maybe that'll change here. Just 3 turns to go. Turn 23. Middle group of Skill. Skill in the middle group. First up is Bob B. 2, 3, 4. Gets Double D. Knocks him back to 8th. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. That should have been Ken Castro. Knocks him back to 19th. Ken Castro. Double D's in trouble now. Here comes Michael B. A 1, 3, 5. He gets Ken Castro. Doesn't stay there long. Michael B goes up to 4th. Hammer time. A lot of movement with a 5-1. No. Here comes P-Jet. 1, 4, 4. Gets Steve R. Goes from 15th up to 5th. P-Jet showing you why he was the defending champ. D. Scott Howard with Skill. Oh, he's got a problem. Problem for D. Scott. A 26. Electrical problem. We are in the last third of the race. It will take Snake Eyes to stay in the race for Howard. Could be our first car out. He is. The 13 of Howard will finish 43rd. Here comes Keith with the chip. He'll need it. 6-4. He gets P-Jet with his chip. Goes from 12th up to 5th. Danny and Gray with the chip. A 5-1-5. Uh-oh, he just got Chris Delaware. Drops him from 2nd back to 10th. And that puts G-Puck in the lead for the championship. And the last one's Bob B. With a 6 not happening. We'll see who moves up here to the middle group. Only 2 turns left. And Michael P moves up. Turn 24. Right now, G-Puck is going to be your champ with a chip. It's going to be hard for him not to be. And we got another middle of Smart in the middle group. First one up is Michael P. Not with a 6. Double D does have Smart trying to get out of here. Get back up there and challenge G-Puck. Not with a 6. Who else is Smart? Hammer time Smart. A 3-5-3. He gets G-Puck, but he uses his chip and holds him off. Next is Devin OG. A 5 not happening. Next up is Hess. Chris didn't have the Smart quality. Hess is the last one here. A 2-3-5. He gets Michael B, moves up to 4th. And we have made it to the white flag, folks. Can G Puck hold them off? Running in sixth. Running in sixth. We got a middle group of rare and a problem. We'll do the rare first here in the middle group. 63. Pit Air. Who had the Pit Air in the middle group? And it'll be the one odd. Michael B has a Pit Air. So Michael B will drop back to 42nd. See who moves up here, and then we'll find out what the problem was with the doubles. And G Puck is going to be your champ. MP Fox moves up. And we'll have a problem here, and Fanomatic's going to win this race. We'll have to find out who the bottom five is going to be. So who has the problem here in the middle group? 66. That is the 6 even. Michael P has the problem. 43. Overheating, roll for repair. Again, he's going to need Snake Eyes to stay in the race. Doesn't get it. Michael P will finish 42nd in that 73 car. Let's see who moves up here to the middle group. Amish Elvis moves up. And again, your champion of the 7th season of YRL Division 1 is G Puck in the 22 car. Congratulations, G Puck, Rob said. On to Division 2 for me. I believe so, Rob, with that 39th place finish. Yep. You need to win 5 races next year. There you go. Yep. Yep, G Puck, your winner of the championship, finishes 6th. In that 22 car, your race winner, easy for me to say, Fanomatic. And the 19, amazingly, only 41 cars are still running. Only 2 cars out of the race. That is something. Danny and Gray finishes 2nd. Glenn B in the 23 finishes 3rd. Hess in the 88 finishes 4th. Keith Avalon in the 1 car finishes 5th. That was Fanomatic that won the race, Rob. Yeah. G Puck, your champion for the season 7, finishes 6th. Dave Little in the 45 finishes 7th. Finishing 8th in the 69 is Bob B. Finishing 9th rather, Chris Stratt, who was looking good there until Hess passed him. Finishes 9th in the 76. It looked like we was going to have our first 2-time champ. Finishing 10th in the 68 is Jim Cutter. Finishing 11th, making a strong showing of it, was this year's champ, P-Jet. did a heck of a job defending his title, but fell short in the round of 8. Finishing 12th in the 28 is OG, 13th, and the 25, Steve R, was up front, couldn't stay there for the championship. You're something, man. I love you, Keith. Oh, darn. Finishing 14th in the 34 is hammer time. Keith's going to have his car worst a lot here. He says it stinks so bad. Oh, darn it. Finishing 15th, Troy Carter in the 55. Finishing 16th is the 92 of Castro. 17th, and the 2 cars, Double D. He'll finish 4th in the points. Finishing 18th in the 12 cars, Fox. 19th is the 00 of Elvis. The 88 of Parks finishes 20th. 62 of BR Wells finishes 21st. Tim Traub, fan in the 26, finishes 22nd. The 11 of Alan Shaw finishes 23rd. The 4 car of Glenn P. Finishes 24th. The 23 of Alex finishes 25th. Congratulations, G-Puck. Great race for you, man. And that 22 car finishing 26th is the 97 of Reynolds. 27th is the 96 of Dez. Exactly. First on race day, buddy. I'm with you there. Yeah. Gotta love them Fords. Gorman in the 79 finishes 28th. 24 of Ward finishes 29th. The 5 of Big Don finishes 30th. The 55 of Paul Govier finishes 31st. Keith White in his car that's in the car wash right now finishes 32nd. Darla in the 14 finishes 33rd. The 20 car Catalino finishes 34th. The 68 of Candy finishes 35th. The 21 of yours truly Martz finishes 36th. Sean D in the 33 finishes 37th. Keith's a blast, ain't he, G-Puck? He is a blast. "17 of Demos will finish 36th. And the 18 of Rob finishes 39th. The 9 of Chilton finishes 40th. And the last car still running is Michael B in the 1 car and 41st. Let's see here if I can do a quick, see if we can do a quick rundown here of final 5. See what we can come up with. Where did BR finish at? BR finished 21st. So he gets 23 points. That gives him 231. Dave Little, where did he finish at in that 45? He finished 7th. That gives him 37. That'd be a 264. Big Don, he finished 30th. Gives him 14 points. 243. Alex, where did Alex finish at in the 23? He finished 25th. Gives him 19. Gives him 254. Man, you're quick, Rob. Let's see. Rob, 236, finishes 39th. That's 5. 241. Devin OG, he finished up there pretty good. Where did he finish? 12th. 32 for him. 274. H. Hess finished up there pretty good too, 4th. It's 40 more for him. 280. Yeah, it looks like you're right. Alan Shaw, let's see, where'd Alan finish at? Alan, 23rd. Gets 21 points. Yep. 266, Alan. 264 for Dave Little. You're right. Good job. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, man. Yep. Danny and Gray, where'd he finish at? He finished 2nd. So, yeah, he's definitely not in trouble with the 42 points there. So, unofficially, the bottom 5 is Rob, Alex, Big Don, and Dave Little, and BR Wells is your bottom 5. Oh, exactly, Rob. Yep. That pit violation killed you. You probably would have been all right. Yeah. You need to fire that guy that jumped over the wall too quick. That's for sure. I've really enjoyed doing this year, guys. I don't know when we'll start season number 8 here. We'll give some people some time to sign up. I know at least one guy, Travis Wilson, wants to join. And we'll see what happens after that. Give them a little bit of time to see if people want to join. See here, we'll invite a few people, see if they want to join here. We'll invite Rob and a few of the guys. Let's see here. Trying to find some email addresses here. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, my friend?
Not me to some of these
give it,
email addresses.
give up a damn job a year, and what the hell happens to me?
Yeah. Oh, you went there, buddy. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. Oh, gosh. Sure. That
Oh,
hurt,
man.
bud.
You can see how bad it's hurting me. I'm sitting there laughing
Man.
like hell. I'm having a good time, bud. I
Yeah.
really am. You did a hell of a job. You did a hell
Thank
of a
you,
job.
bud.
Yeah, you did great. You did
All
great.
seriousness, no. Do you want it back? Because
No.
okay,
You
man.
you run
Yeah.
with it. I tell you what I may even end up doing. I may
Hey,
take
can
one
you
of
do
the.
me a favor? Can
I
you
may
send
even
some
take.
emails out to Keith and them to invite them,
Uh,
or send me their emails?
yeah. Who
Okay.
you want? Keith? You want Keith White's email?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
And
do
Tim,
that.
I think Tim's in here. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Tim.
All right. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to look at you. You got to look your email up.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, and I'll just copy and paste it in there.
Yeah.
What was you saying?
Yeah.
What you might do? I'm sorry I
I
interrupted you.
said maybe I'll run a Division II race or something for you next year or something. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll run
that'd be
one of
awesome.
them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, it wouldn't really be fair for me to do a Division II because I'm in it. Maybe I'll run a Division I race if you don't care. Then maybe
Yep.
if
Yeah.
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 Lord, today the day I needed everybody to fall out of the race.
Right. And everybody did.
I qualified well. That's the thing. I qualified well, but it did
Yes,
me
you
in.
sure
So,
did. And then there was hardly any bottom group because I couldn't move up either. I think I
yeah,
had like one shot with skill, and that was it.
yeah,
Yeah. Other than that,
yeah,
I think there might have been one other opportunity to move up in the bottom group. I think Darla had a shot with Smart, if I remember right. That was
uh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't many opportunities. It was mainly that middle group.
I tell you
Man.
what I'm gonna do. I am just gonna send a email, and all I'm gonna do is send an email to everybody, and then everybody's got everybody's email. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
That's
All right,
cool.
let's
Yep.
do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna send you Travis's too. I don't,
Yeah.
Travis Wilson. Yeah.
Yep.
Now Tim, I've got 2 or 3 emails for him. So once in a while I use a couple of them, and then who else do you want? You want Keith, Travis's, and Tim's.
Yep. I got Harris's. Yep.
Uh,
Because me and Harris's email back and forth.
yeah. I just don't see Harris at all no more. That stinks, man. Because
Oh, you're telling
yeah,
me. He's a good
yeah,
dude.
yeah, Harris, and I think he's fed up with Florida a little bit too. Want my color car changed to brown. I want number. I want number 2. That is so raw.
That is. Oh,
Brown,
Big Don.
a brown streak through the back.
Exactly,
Just the
right.
back part of this car.
Racing stripe. Yeah.
But only from it, but only across the very back of the
Car, right.
The
Yeah,
trunk,
just the
not
trunk.
the hood.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my
You got it.
God. How about let's see.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Should
good
get-
idea, G
you-
Puck. Doing
you
the
get an
Daytona
email.
race together. Yeah.
Oh, well, we could probably
Yep.
do that. Did you get the email?
Yeah, sure did.
All right, that's cool. Pujols hits another home run today. How about that?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's only 63 years old, but he's still hitting them. He's still hitting them.
Exactly.
3rd all time in the RBIs. He's and that's the thing. I think the reason he stayed playing so long is showing that. Well, guess what? I don't have to be on whatever everybody else says everybody was on and all. I think it's enduring him to the fans rather than have quit and been like, okay, I'm going to be on the same ballot as Bonds and some of these other guys. I think he's waiting and waiting and waiting as long as he can, then retire and then wait to 5 years and be like, okay, hold on. Was he involved in all that scandal? Even though he was kind of in the middle of it back in the day, but he's played through it. I
think he's realizing he should have never left St. Louis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think
he's really enjoying himself again.
Yeah. I think he realized.
They say that's a great town to play for.
Yeah. And the thing of it is, it's not a hitter's ballpark.
No.
But Philadelphia is supposed to be a hitter's ballpark, and they've hit more home runs in St. Louis this year than they have in Philly. The ball is not carrying out of Philly. I don't know whether it's that new thing that they got in the back. What do you call it? They keep the baseballs in.
Oh, that they use that like they do up in Colorado, do they?
They use all parks now. They
really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Humidor.
Humidor. Yep, that's it. Humidor,
and that's the thing. Use a Gmail when he says.
Yeah, I use both of them.
Humidor.
Yep, that's it. And that's use a Gmail when he says.
I think that's you, Keith.
Yeah, both of them. Humidor.
Yep, that's Keith.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I still
That's all right.
I haven't turned off the.
If I'm going to run like a turd, I might as well drive like one.
Watch out next year, everybody.
Oh, boy.
He's going to have a special trait on his car. Wrecks everybody.
The shit trait.
Yeah.
The shit trait. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Mm.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Andrew Bellotti is on the mound now. Who's he?
Andrew Bellotti. I think he's a well-known fitness expert. Had you ever heard of the Pilates where they do all the workouts and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's Pilates. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don Heston might as well just have the Emoji Movie with the poop.
The poop emoji movie, yeah. 3-2 for Bellotti, yeah. He's coming in a rough situation. They got to get a double play.
Well, the issue with the Emoji Movie was it's considered one of the worst movies of all time.
Which one is that?
The Emoji Movie.
Oh, I
never watched it.
No, trust me, you're not missing a whole hell of a lot. I didn't either.
They made a movie on emojis?
Yes, they did.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It was essentially to sell Candy Crush and a few other things.
I want to thank everybody that came on the channel last night, too, man. Oh, man, I tell you what, we had a heck of a good time.
Yeah, it was.
Late at night, too, man.
I didn't realize how late it was until
I was probably about 20 minutes from going to bed when you went online last night.
I just decided to come on a little after 10. I done decided I'm coming on. And I said, I'll probably have one or two guests. Now I'm like, I'll sit and talk to them till 1 o'clock if they want to. The next thing you know, we had the Brady Bunch on. We had a whole freaking crowd out there. It was interesting. Then you just never know where our conversations are going, especially if Don Heston's in the room, you really don't have any idea what's going on. It can go down the tubes quick with old Don. But Don, that's what we know you for. Down the tube, buddy. We're not talking about drinking a beer.
I won't be
on
next weekend or the following one because I'll be out of town. But
okay.
Going to Wisconsin?
I won't have a computer either.
So you're heading out Friday?
Yeah, Friday morning.
I got you.
How old is your dad, Keith?
79.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. Still in good health?
Yeah, he is.
Good. Yeah, I know he had
went down and saw my parents today myself. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're fine.
And my dad took a fall within the last week and a half or so, and I really,
a couple of them, hasn't he?
Yeah, he taken a couple falls, and like I say, he had some strain in his back and all, and I was thinking definitely, I don't like going down there. Especially when he knows I'm coming around and then I'm going somewhere in a little while. He hates that shit. So, yeah, get in there and we talked to Mom for a little bit. And she had some things she wanted to do. We wanted to go get gas today because it's still like 365.
It's 351 up here.
365
451,
here.
sorry.
360 now, not 360 something. It still went way down, and they're saying it's going to bump up again because Virginia gas tax kicks into effect. It's supposed to kick into effect July 1st, but for the week of the 4th, they were going to relax that and then going to bump us and really kick us in the ass.
I paid
For a long while, you guys had
yesterday.
the cheapest gas tax probably in the country.
So anyway, they bumped our tax up. So Mom, we checked with Mom, and she said I wanted to get gas, and we said we wanted to get gas. So I got Dad to get in the car with me. He got up on his own. Going to see my granddaughter for the first time this evening. Awesome, Don.
Yeah,
very
awesome.
cool.
Yep.
Yes. So we got him out the house a little bit today. So
I paid $4.25 or $4.29 yesterday. $4.29.
It was What was ours? $3.69.
465 G-Punk.
$3.69. That's what it costs. And Don's at $4.69. Yeah, we were lucky, but I got a feeling ours is going to be $5 something. If yesterday when we went up to see to Charlottesville to see John, it was $1 more there. And that's only 100 miles. It's only 100 miles. So
like I say, over in Virginia, it used to be like 20 or 30 cents cheaper. That was like 2 years ago, and then you guys raised your taxes. It was a lot cheaper.
Go down to that Flying J right there as soon as you come into the state of Virginia down there.
Yeah, a lot of people did. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because right there on 81, a lot of people would come from West Virginia, even Maryland.
Yes, like I say, a few of them from Maryland did.
Yeah.
Rob, how many gallons of gas would you say you guys have to buy in a week or a month, rather? Not a week, a month.
Us?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got a lot of driving you got to do to get places.
I drive a lot of places. Yeah, especially if I do go hunting around some of the Goodwills, which I haven't been lately. So I need to really get out and do that again. We probably fill our car up maybe 1 plus a quarter every week or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I can go 2 weeks probably not put any gas in the car.
No, we
getting just under a half a tank's when I fill up.
No, we probably use over a tank a week. We probably do. Right there close to it anyway.
Yeah, it's
my
about
mom
3 weeks for
I got
me.
a 13-gallon tank, and my driving doesn't go very far at a time, so it lasts me over 2 weeks, I think. Probably.
Yeah, I need to live 5 miles or so from work.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all.
So how many miles can you get on your tank full there?
30 for me.
No, a whole tank full, not a gallon.
Whole tank, 400 miles for me.
Yeah.
Just under that.
I'm doing mostly in-town driving, so it's probably not that impressive. But
I can get right at 30
that's
on
awesome,
my SUV. I can get 30 on my SUV. Yeah. Born on the 4th of July, 4th of August. Born on the 4th.
That was a good movie.
Never saw it. Never saw it.
Never saw it?
I don't watch movies though. I don't. I just don't watch.
Oh, don't you? If it ain't sports, it's movies for me.
Really? I'm just not a movie person, man. I mean, it's 4th of July for Don.
Yeah, what was the movie I mentioned the other day, and you said you never saw it? And I said, yeah, you were probably one of like 3 people that never saw it.
E.T.? I never watched E.T.
Oh, what was it? I remember you saying that.
It wasn't a science fiction movie.
Was it Independence Day?
No, it wasn't science
I never
fiction.
saw it too.
Yeah. I know you mentioned that one.
You can probably mention any movie, and I can probably tell you, no, I've never seen it.
Of course, I haven't seen the Star Wars movies. I tried watching.
Oh, Jurassic Park. A lot of people mentioned that.
One.
I've never
haven't seen the new ones.
So I saw the most recent one.
Never seen none of those.
You haven't seen Star Wars either, Tim?
I think I've seen one of them. Like the 3 prequels I've seen.
The newer one,
not
the old ones.
Not the old ones.
What would be some movies out there, guys, that like everybody in the world would be like, okay, why haven't you seen that one, Rob?
I'll go with like either Forrest Gump or Shawshank Redemption.
I've actually seen both of those movies before. I
Yeah.
really have.
I've seen
And one of
both. I
them's
don't remember
one of
what
them's
some
clearly
was.
better
Gone
than
with
the
the
other
Wind.
one. One of them to me is clearly better than the other. And that's just me. I like Shawshank Redemption a lot better than Forrest Gump. I did not like Forrest Gump.
Did you ever watch Gone with the Wind?
No.
No.
But I've seen. I like my man. The guy that died. The cool man that died. What was the name of that movie? When they was up in the
Oh, I know what it was. It was Brian's song. Brian, when James Caan died.
Oh yeah, I've never seen a single
Yeah.
James Caan movie.
Yeah.
Never seen
Darn.
a single James Caan movie.
Godfather?
Nope. I ain't
Never
seen that
seen it.
either. I ain't seen any of them.
Darn. Godfather, man.
The
I love
fact
the
is,
Godfather.
well, oh yeah, I may have seen the Godfather. Well, oh yeah, the shooting
Yeah.
and stuff goes. Yeah, I probably saw that.
that-
I like.
Yeah, he
I may
played
have seen
Sonny in it.
2 or 3 or 4 of those movies. Yeah, but I know him more from motorcycles. He has some badass bikes. Now I'm a big motorcycle connoisseur as far as when people have nice bikes. I really like to see what they got. He has some nice bikes. Really cool motorcycles. I actually used to get Motorcycle Magazine or whatever, and just to be able to see some of the cool ass bikes. And he was on it front all the time. Either him or Scott, his son, and that his name Scott.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was the one that played on the Hawaii 5-0s or whatever. I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
which I never seen that either, but. Yeah,
Like in passing, I think I might have seen some on like Ion Television, and I don't watch like just to kind of pass time.
He's going to have an extra tank back there for natural gas, man.
God, Don.
Oh, God.
Nobody's gonna sell Don. He's full of shit, right?
Next thing you know, he'll have the scene from Blazing Saddles where they're all eating beans playing in the background.
Slim Pickens walks in.
Sounds like y'all have had enough.
Rebel Without a Call. Rebel with a Call. Rebel
Without
Without a Call.
Without a Cause, James Dean.
Yeah,
and Natalie
I've
Wood.
seen that movie. I watched
Yeah, it's
that.
a good movie.
I actually like that movie.
I'll tell you, my favorite James Dean movie is Giant with Rock Hudson and Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Then I
don't know
sit
if
there
I've
and
seen
watch
that.
it, Rob, and I'm thinking to myself, there is Rock Hudson making out with Liz Taylor, and all you can think about is, I sure wish James Dean was in this scene instead. It just it messes with me. It messes with me.
Interesting
My
enough,
gosh.
you want to see a good Gone with the Wind parody? Go watch the thing from the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Holy cow, that was hilarious.
Oh, was that where she had the curtain rod on her shoulder?
I think so. Yeah, so
I'll
they
tell you,
showed it to me, and I was
that's a
like,
lot.
wow.
I go back and look at a lot of YouTube stuff from the 60s and 70s and 80s, and a lot of that shit, there's no way in hell they would show it today. You know,
Oh,
back
exactly.
then, and you're like, okay, they were really conservative back in those days, and nowadays, you want to talk conservative, man, oh man, they really, some of that stuff,
Yeah.
Sanford Son,
Sad.
oh my lord, yeah, oh
it's
my
sad.
lord,
All in
Sanford
the
Son.
Family.
Oh,
The
that was some-
Jeffersons never would make it.
Yeah.
Nobody. You can't make fun of anybody. They just don't like it. They see no humor in it at all. And I mean, that's how you learn, was through humor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that was the whole premise of those two shows, was to show you how stupid and ignorant he was
Well,
by
right.
making fun of him.
Archie Bunker
Yeah.
is crazy and ignorant as people said he was, but a lot of that shit came to fruition and all. Said something about, well, I know a way to stop skyjackers. Have you ever seen his way to
that's the
stop
ultimate one.
skyjackers?
Yeah, you arm
give
everybody
each-
in the plane.
Right, give each passenger in the plane a pistol. That way
That's
they
the
can
same
turn-
episode when
they
his
can turn 'em
daughter
in
said
when they
about how many people got murdered in New York with guns. He says, "Would you
yeah.
rather
Would
be
you
thrown out of a
jump out
window, little girl?"
windows? Yeah, would you rather see get
Jeez,
thrown out of
wow.
windows?
Well, the
He-
craziest one is the movie Trading Places. When they're walking by the World Trade Center, he goes, "Yeah, that place will kill you."
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Did you guys see Chris Sale's temper in
I didn't see it.
in the
I heard
runway?
about
in the
it.
middle? Minor League start last week. I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah,
Yet.
me either.
Well,
But I'd heard he requested a trade, but I
I
didn't
make
know
fun of
exactly.
everyone,
There was-
including
there
myself.
was a
Exactly,
game
Don.
when he was with the White Sox, there was a game they were going to wear those old jerseys that had the collars on them. He
And he
cut
didn't
all the
want to.
collars off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they canceled the game, I think,
yeah.
or postponed it.
He ended up getting fined over that shit.
Yeah.
Bob, check your phone. All right, I'm gonna check my phone. Oh Lord. Let's see.
G Puck sent me a clip.
G-Pucks. Yeah, I got it too right here. He's going mad as hell, isn't he? Oh shit, he's going ape shit in there. Look at that.
That shit crazy, is he?
Oh, now he is.
Damn. Man, brother. Yeah, brother, there'll be another day coming up. Don't worry. Good Lord, watch his shit.
You gonna pay for a new clubhouse there, Mr. Sale?
Look at him. He's tearing up shit in there.
Yep.
Merry Christmas. Good God. I don't know what he saw or what had happened. Because he walked
might have
5
a good outing.
letters. Oh, it might have been because
No,
his wife
G
was
Puck.
messing around with his wife
No
might-
team should ever be wearing shorts on a baseball field.
That was Don
No.
that put that up.
No, no, absolutely not. And I don't want to see the Bloody Mary uniforms for the Guardians either. No.
Wow.
Well, you don't even want if they bring back the women's league, you don't want them to wear the shorts or the
Shorts, yeah,
Shirts.
mini skirts.
Nope.
It's fine.
We saw what the Colorado Silver Bullets did in '94. Not going to work.
It finally came out today. The reason all these women are bitching about Brittany Griner. Well, they wouldn't have done that if it was LeBron James today. Somebody came out and said, no, there's no way it would have been LeBron James. He doesn't have to go overseas to make more money because, now we're starting to hit home exactly what the hell you're bitching about to start with.
Right.
Yep.
So she has to go overseas to make a little more money. And this is not fair. How soon is it going to be that the NBA starts leaking millions to the WNBA and starts cutting some of their players back? All I can say is this: they're idiots if they do it. Because you start that shit, then you're going to have all these other, football, whatever. If they do it, anything like that, they better just tell them, say, look, you better be able to pay your players what you can pay them from your gate. But no way in hell does Brittany Griner, because they're saying like Brittany Griner should be making 18 to 20 million a year as the best women's player. And I'm thinking to myself,
bullshit. She's not the best women's player.
She's not the best women's player, and on top of that, the best women's player shouldn't be making that if you cannot draw that.
Generate the money, right?
I'm like this about it. Go out there, market yourself. They don't market themselves worth a shit. They do not do anything. They play down here in Charlotte, North Carolina, I think. I'm not even sure.
I think I don't think the Charlotte Sting exists anymore.
Oh, may not. Okay, they may be done changed them around so damn much. But what I'm saying is, why not go to your city that you playing in and be like, okay, look, opening night is here. If you want a ticket, be one of the first 2,000 people here tonight. You get a free ticket. Then you're 3,300 or whatever coming in line. You're not going to go home if you don't get a free ticket. Okay, it costs $18 to get in. Okay, there you go. Tonight, folks, guess what? We have 7,700 people here. Do that 2 or 3 times during the year. Say, look, if you're one of the first 500 people here tonight, you'll get a free ticket in, not close to but not too far away anyway, at least a decent ticket. But they don't market worth a shit. If there's no sense it's the same way with MLB. Teams like Tampa, some of these places that can't sell 2,000, 5,000 tickets even in a place that holds 50,000. Find a way to get asses in the seats. Sell some food. Sell some whatever, hats, whatever you can sell. They may come back. There's a chance. I mean, people get addicted to this stuff. Like if you go one time, damn man, I had a lot of fun. We save a little money in a few weeks. $30, $40 tickets, but they're not willing. Baseball especially is not willing to go out here and say, look, we're going to actually give up free seats. Now, they would rather have a $5 night or whatever instead of, and it would be a lot smarter for them to be like, okay, we're going to have a free night for some people to come in here. First 3,000 people come wearing, I don't know, with a Tampa Bay hat on. So you may have to go out and buy a hat for $25. All right. Then you go into the game or whatever. But
there's a couple things. I wouldn't recommend dollar dog night for anybody going to a Guardians game because by about the third inning, the buns are as hard as a freaking rock.
See, they got a nice thing down there in Baltimore, and they do a good job, and that's all you can eat area. It's a family type area, and the
Guardians used to do that too.
Yeah, and it's not bad at all.
And for some reason, they ended up stopping out. Like they lost too much money, or
35 $35. I think you can do it, and it's really good.
Yeah,
and
it's out in left field.
I think Baltimore's still charging 25 or either 30 to park. That ain't 60, folks. Boston is $60 to park. 60. If you don't live,
that's price gouging.
That's crazy shit. That's New York and Boston for you right there. They realize people will do what they got to do. So Ron twerking.
Rob twerking night.
Ron. Oh, good. It's Ron.
Right.
Yeah. You got it wrong. Good.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Expect that to be a sellout.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, oh boy. I'm actually going to try to do some bowling in a little bit if I have my bowling partner with me.
Yeah.
What have you got going on this evening?
I got to pick my daughter up at 7 from work. That's it, Rob.
Oh, okay. What time you got to be out by? 6.
Oh, it's only right around the corner, Rob. It takes me 5 minutes to get there.
Oh, so you can leave at 6:40.
Oh, like I say, I can leave it literally 10 of or 5 of.
Oh, okay.
It's literally around the corner. That's one reason I like her having that job. If she had to, she could walk. Don't get me wrong. I don't know if you're familiar. It's on 40, so it's a dual highway type thing. I don't want to walk in there. It's a little dangerous, but it's close enough to walk.
Yeah, $25 across from Street Bush. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Yeah.
No, especially if you got like 4 people in the car.
Yeah, exactly.
In.
Last time I went to an Orioles game, parked down there. I forget what it's called, Pier whatever parking deck, and it was only $25.
Oh, okay.
It's like 2 or 3 blocks away.
Have you been?
No, I haven't been since the year after the Cubs won the World Series. We went down and watched the Cubs. It was the first game out their All-Star game. That's how long that's been. So what was that? 2018?
17.
17, yeah.
Well, didn't they win it in 17?
16.
Oh, they won it in 16? Yeah.
Sometime in August, up in Philly, they're going to have a night where you win a Mike Schmidt World Series ring. It looks just like his ring.
Oh.
That's one of those older ones now with the old P and all. I'm like, I'd love to go that night, but I tell you one thing. I
liked him.
Yeah, I liked him okay. He was a cocky son of a bitch. He was real cocky. He wasn't my favorite Philly by any stretch, but he was a damn good ball player.
Yeah, I've heard people say before Mike Schmidt was the best third baseman to ever play the game. Just ask him.
Oh yeah. He'll remind you every Sunday that.
What I like about him, have you ever heard him talk about steroids? He's as honest as can be. He
Yeah.
says if they was around when he played, he would have been taking them because he tried anything and everything to
Yeah.
get an advantage. And
He's
I give him
he
credit for being
yeah.
honest.
He said that he went to the store and got iron and all this other stuff, and some of the doctors told him, said, "Hey fella, you really risking something there if you do that and all that," and said he was going to the doctors in 75 and 76, and people were wondering what the hell are you going to a doctor for, and said he hated working out, he hated lifting weights, and then Dallas Green, or the 82 or whatever, made it mandatory that they would have to run the field and all that. And he told Dallas Green one time, said somebody, if you want to lose your job, keep pushing us around the way you are. Because he said, I'm going to do everything in my power to go to the city of Philly and tell these people, look, you want to push us around? Push all of us around. And so he used the press better than anybody back in the day. I mean, you don't hear of anybody now coming out and saying, guess what? You push our ass around, we're going to go out here and we're going to not protest so much, but we're going to go to the fans and tell them, say, look, you're trying to make us do something we don't want to do and all that. And he did. He used it to a T for him. And yeah, there were some players he had some riffs with back in the day, and him and Pete Rose weren't the best friends when they played together. And you don't hear him break.
That. If you're saying that stuff, because Pete wanted you to work, and Pete was one of the hardest workers there was.
And you don't hear nothing about Johnny Bench and Pete Rose now either, because Pete Rose said back in the day, he said there wasn't a bigger, and he used it, ass kisser than Johnny Bench. He said it, and I'm like, it takes some balls to say some shit like that about your teammate. Now, I realize he didn't say this about him until Bench was retired, but he did. He came out and said there was never a bigger ass kisser in Cincinnati than Johnny Bench. Now, Johnny Bench was a hell of a player. There's no taking it away from him. But if I had to have Bench or Rose on my team, that's no contest for me. See, I realize Bench was probably a top 5 catcher all time. I think Bench was a top 5 hitter all time. That's just me. And I mean, and that's the thing. He didn't hit home runs and shit, but man, oh man, I always liked watching him play. He was a guy. Oh man, when he sat there, and nowadays, kids don't. Oh, okay, that's earlier. Kids don't give a shit about watching a guy go 3 for 4, hit 2 singles, a double, and steal a base or 2. They want the guy that can go 1 for 5 and hit 3, a home run, knock 3 in, that kind of shit. But
1 for 5. They can go 1 for 5 one night and go 0 for 10 the next 3, and they still like you.
Yeah. You can be batting 185. You can be batting 185 like Schwarber is with 20. What's he got? 29 home runs, 28 or 29 now, 28. He just hit one.
What's he batting?
He's batting way less than 250.
Yeah, Troy Carter always texts me, and you got this guy hitting 180, and he's got 15 home runs, and they're talking about how productive he is.
Was Bench the one that could hold 7 balls or something?
Yeah.
And then that comment was made. What was it? That's only been.
That's a good one, John.
Yeah. And then that comment was made by who said something about him. Didn't get along with him either. Wasn't Cesar Geronimo. Who was it? Said something about it. It felt like in the clubhouse he had us by him too, or something.
Oh,
yeah, I felt like he had us by our nuts and all something. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody said that shit, but who? Might have been one of the pitchers or something. But a lot of people didn't like playing with him because they felt like Bench had too much influence with Anderson and with a lot of people. I don't know. All I know was it was a star-studded cast, and generally when you have that star-studded cast, you always got a couple of people that are pissed at somebody all the time. It always happens. I ain't never known it not to happen. Eighth inning right now. Phillies and Cardinals 3-3. So good ball game right here.
Well, I think Bench was mad at Rose one time because Rose did something that drew attention away from something Bench did or something.
Bench had hit 2 home runs in a game.
It was the other way around.
It was the other way around.
Yeah.
Bench was retiring the year that Pete went. Bench was retiring the year that Pete did all that dumb shit with betting and ruined that year for him. He was going into Hall of Fame that year, and he ruined the Hall of Fame over it. And that's one reason Bench is pissed off at him.
Yeah,
because all they wanted to talk to Johnny about going into a Hall of Fame was Pete Rose instead of talking about his career.
Okay. Bench had hit 2 or 3 home runs in a game, and he was coming to the plate in the 8th inning, and they were up like 9-2, 9-3, and Rose with 2 outs tried to steal second, and Bench was up at the bat. It got called out stealing, and that was the 3rd out, and that was like in the top of the 9th. And when Rose came back into the dugout there, he took one of the machine guards and throwed it at his ass. Yeah, said something, son of a bitch, I wanted 4 home runs or whatever. I was hoping to get it, And they never got along real well. They never did. And Pete, what was that? Said something about I'm glad I don't bat behind you because I would catch your ass by second base if I ever hit a triple. That's what he told him. I catch your ass by second base. And that's what he told him. He said, he said I'd put the spikes to his ass all the way to third base too. That's what he didn't play no favorites and no bullshit with nobody. Because he said George Foster one time. George Foster was batting like 9th or something, 8th or something for a pitcher. And then Pete Rose came up behind him and Foster was at second. And Rose hit a home run. And Rose, he ran, and by the time he got behind him, he was behind him coming home to the plate. And he grabs his hat and done this kind of shit to him all the way down to him. And he called hell about that shit for a while. Said something about, even back in the day. Yeah, he was
I wonder if in the rule book they could technically call you out for like making contact with the runner in front of you or something.
Well, they said he never did pass him.
He never passed him, but
you can push him. You can push him along. But he said something about I was getting a mule to mosey on. I was getting a mule to mosey on down to the plate or something. I'm like, dude. It's a wonder Pete Rose didn't have more people on his ass back in the day. But, I mean, he played the game like a lot of people want to.
You think Pete Rose would have barreled over Johnny Bench the way he did Ray Fosse?
Oh, worse. He would have started with his feet instead of his head. He would have come out with damn 2 spikes coming to his face. Yeah, right.
The All-Star game is a week from Tuesday, John.
Yeah, it's a week from Tuesday. Yeah. They still
LA.
They still got 7 more games to go. Yep, LA is where it's hosting this year. The place is it's been open since 1955 or 65.
Well, it wasn't open when they first went out there. They played in the Coliseum. So
65.
I forget how many years it took them to
do
that.
I think you might be right.
65, 50 some years, and they still call it a top 10 park. It's the home run derby is on the Monday. They say it is an awesome, awesome, awesome place to go to watch a baseball game. The weather's always pretty decent there. It's just always a nice place to go. They said it hasn't passed its time away or whatever. So whoever built that should go to some of these other friggin' cities and say, look, why don't we build something that resembles a baseball park? We don't have to, make a damn play toy out of this son of a bitch and have a kid's baseball field in the outfield and a fountain. And I love the fountain at Kaufman. Don't get me wrong. And that where the Angels play, but come on, you don't need all that stuff. just have
Well,
a
the key to
nice,
that,
clean
though, Rob, is you got to have baseball fans and you got to have a baseball team
Yeah.
that people want to come see the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Yeah.
have both. You got to have fans in your area that actually
Did the
like
Angels
baseball,
play
and you
there
got to have a
before the
baseball team
Dodgers?
that's competitive.
Yeah.
Did
You
the
take
Angels
one of them away, and it ain't
play
going to work.
games there before the Dodgers did?
What's that?
Did the Angels play games at Chavez Ravine before the
No.
Dodgers did?
No, they
no,
built
no.
they built that
They
just
built
for
it
them.
especially for the Dodgers because
Yeah. They relocated people and moved them out of there.
Yep.
People
Yeah.
actually had homes
They
there.
pissed some
the guy
people
that
off
owned the Angels,
royally.
right? The guy that owned the Angels was
Gene
Autry. Gene Autry, yeah.
Gene Autry.
Gene Autry. He went to like the northern part of LA and said something about, look, I want a beautiful ballpark here. I wanted to put a lot of my money down, and he put some of his money down, and then he got some stars to put some money down on, and then the city put the rest of it out there, and they got a really nice ballpark too. I laugh when I hear the fans in Tampa Bay cheering
It
more for
happened
the
in
Red Sox
Cleveland
than
for
the
when the
Rays.
Yankees came. They cheered more for the Yankees than they did the Guardians.
But see, the thing is, I'm like this. Below a certain point on the map, that south, they should have to have, a dome. I don't care if it's retractable. I'm fine with that. But on a day when it's 97, 98, 99 degrees, there's no sense in them playing outside.
Well, the problem you got down there in Florida is there's so many implants that retire down there. That's why there's no loyalty to the local fan base. They've spent 50, 60 years of their life somewhere else. So.
And guess what? I'll tell you another reason too. If you don't spend any money, a lot of fans get sour on that shit. Like Pittsburgh. People are starting to sour to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, for the last 10 years, what was it? 2018, they came out and said, we're the up-and-coming team. Well, now they've been up and coming for 5 damn years. And they, you're still up. You're still down in 5th. Now, I realize this year they're doing better. Aren't they in 3rd or 4th? I want to say 3rd or 4th. I don't think
the worst part is they play well against the best teams and they suck against the worst teams. They swept the Dodgers. They beat the Yankees 2 out of 3, I think, something like that. But then when they play the bottom teams, they don't do well.
And then you stack their whole payroll together and put it up to what Max Scherzer's making. And
right.
He's still making $5.5 million more than the whole damn team.
Yeah.
Now, come on. Something's wrong with that bullshit. They should, that's why the league has got to step in on this.
Well, see, they don't want to because if they make a minimum salary, then you got to have a max. The owners aren't going to go with a minimum salary without a max.
Well,
the players don't want that.
They've got a max as far as a team tax threshold now. And
but I mean, you can go over it.
Yeah, you can go over it, but the fact is, if they go to a minimum right there of what they have to team wide, I ain't talking about player wide.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if they go team wide, they could do a minimum, and they wouldn't have to go a max. Then I don't think they would.
I don't think the owners would vote for it. That's what I'm saying. If they got a minimum, they're going to want a max.
Pittsburgh is 3rd. Yeah, I thought they were sitting in 3rd right now. They got to keep playing the way they are. I know. Philadelphia's coming up there in the next few weeks. I'd love to go up and catch a couple games.
Yeah, salary cap, John. Right.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that's what they would want.
And that's called a loose cap. They're not going to tighten the cap down and all. But if the players,
Baltimore's only 2.5 games behind Toronto.
Yeah, they're playing healthy good ball.
They're what 2 games below 500 or 3?
2. Well, it depends on what they did today.
Yeah.
Oh, they won today.
Yeah, they won easily today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
so
a row for the Orioles, but then they got Chicago for 2 and Tampa for 3 this week.
Who
they got Tampa
today?
like 7 times this month.
Yeah, who did they play today?
Angels.
Oh, okay, Angels has played like shit right here.
You can't hit
40 games.
Well, they get Trout and Ohtani and 7 schlubs.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact of it is,
well, you got Trout and that other boy, the Wade boy. That's all they got is 3 guys.
Yeah, he's not terrible.
Oh, he called him out. There's no way in hell he's out. There is no way in hell. If you want to watch this one, Philadelphia and St. Louis, he threw the ball. Virling threw the ball from center field to the plate. He is safe by a foot.
Yeah.
Safe by my damn foot. It would have been the third out. The players are staying on the field. They know he's safe. Yeah. And they already done turned it around. They didn't even look at. They didn't even go to. They didn't even go to. And what I mean, the home plate umpire, the dumb son of a. Oh, you know what?
He's safe.
He's close. He's close.
No,
because his body doesn't touch the plate.
No, his hand went under the plate.
His hand got on it too, though. I still think he's safe. Yeah. Which I don't understand why he wouldn't have tried to touch it. They went to New York with it, but nobody right now. I mean, they're cheering in the St. Louis dugout.
Oh, he's easily safe.
I agree. I think he's safe too.
Well, they just showed it. I mean, his hand is on the plate, and the glove doesn't touch it.
Yeah.
So the 49ers are beating the Chargers 6-0. Oh, sorry, that's the Giants and the Padres.
Okay, that's the first time I've seen that angle right there, kind of from the front row.
You're looking right at the front of the.
Yeah, he's got his hand on the plate, and then the guy's still that far away from. Yeah, he's definitely safe. It's 4-3.
Yeah, G-Puck won the championship, John.
Yeah, G-Puck won the championship. Yes, he did.
And who won Division 2?
It's not
that
over.
was a tie between Philip Reynolds and hold on, let me get it here.
And how'd you break it?
That's 55 Trouble. So she won 2 races, so I'm going to give her the title since she won 2 races.
Right. What 5 drivers moved down? It's B.R. Wells, Dave Little, Big Don, Alex, and myself.
What was that last
one? That's what they're laughing about too. She said, I laughed, and she said, "Who's the last one, Rob?" And I said, myself.
Is she willing to take a dive for you and let you stay up there?
I wouldn't ask her to. I'm going to win 5. I'm going to win 5 races in Division 2 next year. I've got it set in my mind. I'm going to win 5 races in Division 2. I'm going to come out all guns a-blazing in season number. This is 8 coming up, I guess. So I'll be 9. Well, we do next year's 8, right?
Yeah, it'll be the third one for Division 2.
Yeah.
So. And then who are the 5 that are moving up from?
5 moving up. It'll have to be Reynolds, Philip Reynolds,
Reynolds,
the champion, and then 3 others.
Yeah, it was Wayne Scott, Trouble, Hot Dog Cravens, Zoom, and Philip Reynolds.
Okay, so my man Harris is still down there.
Yeah, he did well though. He finished in the top 10 this race, but he was too far back the last 2 or 3 races. He ran well.
Did he win any races this season?
He won 1 this year. Yeah,
I thought he did. Yeah. And that's a good thing about that division. If you don't have 43, even if you this year, how many did you end up having? About
24.
24. Yep. So you're hoping.
I'd like to get 30. I think that would be a perfect
30
number.
or 35. You'd love to have that.
Yeah.
I
think that'd be a nice number.
The only bad thing about it is you just don't have quite the laps to make up.
Right. If you get too many drivers, you almost got to add like 5 turns or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Or now, are you going to run in the same tracks next year, or are you going to switch some of the tracks up like they have in the past? Or have you?
I'm not sure, Rob, because I thought about maybe adding some short tracks because I didn't have many of them.
Yeah. That's something you could do, especially Division 2. Orange County, Wilkesboro, some of the old ones.
That's what I did this year. You remember I had North Wilkesboro. I had where else? Nashville, places that they don't run right now in NASCAR. Put them in Division 2.
I don't think you have a South Boston on there, but South Boston
it's in one of the years I got.
Is it? Okay, I don't have that one. South Boston was ran.
I got every season you can have.
My dad said he can remember when they ran dirt there.
Yep.
And SRX series ran there about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the first driver to finish last in all the races in my number 2 Ford Pinto. He's going to be sponsored by Stinky Winky.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Dwayne, I know that Rob had to go all out today to have a chance to move out. So how high did he finish?
He finished 39th.
30.
Oh.
Yeah, 39th. I finished 39th. And my man, Dave Little.
He was in the top. He was top 5 or 6 when he had a pit violation. His
How about
pit just
this?
let him down.
Oh,
This is how about this shit? Dave Little was 9 points out of moving out. He finishes 7th today. And David Demos was 22 points to the good. So that's 22, and then 9 is 31. And it was 29 positions between them two.
2.
Demos was 2 points to the good is all he was at the end. And I mean, like I say, he was plus 22 starting the day. He was ahead of Ken Castro, Danny and Gray, Alan Shaw, H. Huss, OG. He was, good shape. He was not even in the bottom 10. And, it was very close for him. And Dave Little almost moved out of that bottom 5. But
Dwayne, do you happen to remember what was the last lap that the bottom group actually was part of?
That's what me and Rob. Well, whatever lap Rob went from being in the top 5, it was never after that. Rob never had a shot at moving up.
No, he never rolled a bottom group today. He never rolled.
Twice I did. I remember getting skill one time and heat one time. 2 times I remember getting the bottom
that's
group.
right. Yeah, that's right. Early on in the race, because I was 7th at the time, and I was thinking to myself, shit, just stay down in the bottom
Down in the bottom group, right?
Right, stay in the bottom group, and I won't have a problem all race. I don't care if you let those guys down there pit and everything down there. If you stay away from the top group, whoever's the champion up there, let them be the champion. I'll be 7th, and I think I'll probably get out of bottom 5. That's what I was thinking. Then I went and got a slice of pizza, and then all of a sudden, Rob has a problem. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Pit violation. Doubles on the damn pit.
You took your eyes off the track.
I took my eyes off the track with a slice of pizza here, and all of a sudden, I'm going from 7th to 43rd, and I'm like, oh, shit. It's not going to be good.
But you had plenty of time. It was before the halfway point.
And the thing is, I had to hope for some trouble, but your troubles never did roll. You must not have had, on that
the last
track.
lap, I think, was the only trouble, right?
There's only one trouble on here.
No, I don't think he had problems. He had some problems there.
No trouble.
Yeah.
No, he didn't ever roll a deuce.
Not compared to that race at Darlington. That
Darlington.
race at Darlington was a smashed up derby.
Oh, my Lord. You ended up with what, 20? Not even 20 cars hardly.
No, we was in the middle group. I think there was like 17 cars.
And I actually avoided all the trouble there.
Yes.
That's the ones I avoided was the ones you had a stack of cars that thick. It was out of the race. I was thinking that was the only chance I had today.
Yeah, because most of the cars that fell out was the playoff drivers. You remember? A lot of playoff drivers fell out.
Yeah, you got rid of 4, including yourself.
More than that, there was. There's like 6 playoff drivers you could fall out of the race and still made it to the next round. It was crazy.
You were telling people after 10 laps.
Yeah, that was guaranteed.
You're safe for the next race. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You really took the spice out of the end of that. But then there it is. For the bottom, we had to look and see where we're going to finish and all. So it keeps it interesting.
Exactly.
The bottom 5 going
Schwarber's
down.
The last chance.
Do what?
Schwarber's the last chance.
Yeah, he's got a home run today, but I don't like his chances. He's 1 for 3 or whatever. Yeah, we got Hoskins coming up. Yeah. Thing is, we've beaten these guys. We done shut them out 3 times, last 3 games. We've really, really played well. Look at that. He's getting a lot of calls too, right there on the outside. Because if you got 28 home runs, you're not swinging the bat.
He's got a good eye though. He's
got pretty good. Yeah, but I don't know if he's ever hit 40 home runs in the season.
Not hitting home runs, but I'm saying taking pitches. Because when he argues that it isn't a strike, he's normally right. He's good. I wish we could unload that Castellanos or whatever. I wish somebody would. Saying. Oh man, I wish we could unload that piece of garbage. Good Lord!
I keep thinking he's going to catch on though at some point, bro.
He will by September 30th. We'll have a 2
Over a wild card team, that might be a good thing.
Oh yeah, if we are, man, maybe October 30th. Then we're in that.
Maybe that team that just gets hot.
Oh shit! I think we signed it for 3 years, and I think he took his first year off. Took you for a year vacation. Son of a bitch. Only in Philadelphia. Yeah.
He's just showing you some love, brotherly
He
love.
flew out.
Oh, did he fly out?
Center. Yeah,
Yeah. He's already caught it before I said, I'm seeing it now. I had a center fielder got it. Yeah. The right fielder was looking at him. I was like, I hope it falls between them. But no. And she's in there bitching now. She's like, son of a beeswax. They've had a good road trip.
You saw it, or I saw it before you.
Oh, yeah. Most time you get it first. Yeah.
Usually you get it first.
I mean, yeah. Usually I get it first. Yeah, not today. Not on that one. I was watching the Phillies channel through this MLB extra innings and all. We were like, yeah, they got to play tomorrow, too, which is weird. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You don't see that happen too often.
Might be a
P-Jet. I sent you an invite, P-Jet, if you want to come on.
What's up, P-Jet? P-Jet's back. He's into the bluegrass stuff now.
I'll be back, guys.
Already, Tim.
I may have to go get me some soda in a second myself.
No, I'm gonna
try to finish up.
Call
I hear you.
Cubs are up 8-3.
Cubs winning, huh?
How many games you got left?
How many have I got left? 3 or 4? 3, I think. Let's see.
Oh, that's all.
In week 3.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
No, you're not doing bad at all.
Have you caught up with all the scores and stuff for week 3?
I missed. I think the one that you did with.
I got 5 games.
Iowa. I think I missed that one.
Iowa. Okay. Yeah. You want to watch it? Or would you know just so no?
Oh, you can tell me. I still watch stuff.
All right.
Rob. It don't
Here
stop
we go.
me.
All right. Baylor beat Pitt 21-18 for their first win of the year, I think. Crazy stuff there. Kansas State beats Kentucky. Kentucky was looking at a team like a team that could win 6 games. Kansas State beats them 44-35. Arkansas holds Houston to a touchdown. 22-7 was all Houston could muster. Houston was up 7-0 and then allows 22 unanswered. Air Force surprises Wisconsin.
I've seen that
Wisconsin, 21-17, and represents the armed services really well there. But Iowa beats Navy 17-12. A very, very tough game there. Iowa plays.
You don't like the overtime rule, Rob? Is that why you don't do it that way?
I just go by where kind of like NFL does it.
Yeah, I've seen you.
Yeah, I kind of do. I just do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the other way is almost you might just do 1 roll or 2 rolls. Could be over with.
Rob's a big fan of that 2-point conversion contest that they have at the end of those college games.
Oh. Well, nowadays they don't even they don't do that no more though. They don't do that.
They were doing it last year.
Oh, I think this year they're going to have to they got to score touchdowns again. I think this year.
Oh, really?
I think they went back to it, but I think it's two overtimes. Then you got to do
it right.
Conversions.
You still start on the 25. That's what Keith's saying. You start on the 25, but then they make you do the 2-point conversion real quick if you score.
Yeah.
It used to be like 4 or 5 times.
I just kick off, and if you get a field goal, I'll play it by NFL rules. If you get a field goal, the other team gets their chance. If you get a touchdown, the game is over.
It irritates me, Rob, that they just don't play even if it's a 10-minute quarter, just a quarter. Yeah. And you run the clock. You can score 3 times. You score 3 times. If you can't score, you can't score. And after 10 minutes or 15, the game's over. But they should play a whole game. That way, punting, kickoffs, all that's in effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cincinnati beats Wake Forest. That was an overtime game, 34-28. Michigan State, 28-0 over Purdue. I mean, Purdue punted the ball 3.
Is that one of them you did offline?
5, 6. I think I did it online. 7, 8. They fumbled twice and punted 8 times. So other than that, they really didn't do.
He was pretty good.
The rest of the time, they played well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iowa State 19-17 over Michigan. Iowa State scored 13 in the fourth quarter, and they were down 17-6. Come back win 19-17. Ohio State ass whipping of the week 58-16 over Anthony's BYU team. Yeah, 31-13. I thought, well, they might could come back. Then they put 27 in the second half on them, 58-16. Yeah, the ass whipping of the week right there. Army beats Oklahoma State 17-12, and Army with their overrated card. If you look at it, it's a little bit overrated. It's a little too strong for Army, but they beat Oklahoma State.
They probably shouldn't have as many stars. That way you get that bigger advantage. That's probably the biggest part.
Oklahoma 20, Penn State 14. That was a good ball game too, 20-14.
But they did have a hell of a defense though, didn't they?
Who? Army. Army had a decent defense, but they weren't as fast as some teams. Yeah. Georgia beats Notre Dame 20-17. Georgia came out the gate. Were they? Yeah, they were 0-2. I think. Did they come out the gate 0-2? Maybe there was 1-1. Maybe they were 1-1. Let's see. Oh, they beat Air Force. Yeah, that's not. They lost to NC State, so now they're 2-1. Notre Dame loses at Georgia 20-17, and then the comeback of the week, NC State. They're 3-0, 25-24. They beat Texas A&M. They were down 17-0 in that game, and they come back and win 25.
That was in the second half too, wasn't it?
Yeah, they starting the second half. At halftime, it was 17-0. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
And they come back and won 25-24. Alabama rolls Ole Miss 26-7. I still think they're the best card out there. I don't see them getting beat, but we'll see. I mean, NC State may give them a run for their money. And
they got Ohio State this week coming, don't they?
Who is that?
They got the Ohio State next in week 4, don't they?
Who is that?
Alabama, if I remember right.
No, Alabama plays Ohio State week 8.
Oh, it's Clemson they play, right? It's the Battle of the Carolinas there.
Alabama,
Clemson, and Alabama. I know they got a decent team.
Alabama at Clemson week 4.
I thought so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I thought it was a battle down there in the Carolinas.
Yeah, and then Pitt. Where's Pitt? Who's Pitt got? I mean, not. Pitt or see, Baylor's got Ohio State. That's going to be that might be a decent game. Pitt's got Georgia. Pitt's going to Georgia. That should be a good one. And then Boise State at NC State. NC State right now, they could go 8-0. They got a chance. Yeah, they do not have a tough schedule. They really don't. And let's see, their toughest game. Let's see. Well, they got, who did I say they had this week? Boise State. Who else did they got here? Oh, Baylor. Baylor's been playing not as good as they are. Let's see. San Diego State. Not a big stretch. Minnesota. And the final game of the year, NC State goes to Houston. So they can go 8-0. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
Baylor has a chance to beat them, but NC State has a tough card too. If you haven't seen it and all, but I got to get that going, and then like I say, I got to do some bowling too. So you are off this week? You're not off this week?
Off this week, yeah. Go back to 18th.
So I'll try to catch you hour and a half, 2 hours of time when I can do it. That you can do the bowl, you can do the score.
Just give me a text.
I've gotten pretty good at the scoring. I'm not too bad at it. He helped me out a lot when he was here. He showed me how to do it, Keith. And,
I'll tell you how I learned. That's by going to the bowling alley with the automatic scoring.
Really, and just reading it,
just like I'm doing on the screen. You punch it in, and that's how I learned. It was like I say, that way you couldn't mess up as long as you put the right pin count in.
Man, I ain't been.
Dwayne, we had to actually do that for gym class.
You had to learn how to do that, huh? Yeah.
Really?
Put a
Yeah,
little bit of math in the gym class.
Yeah, that's nothing.
exactly. Yep.
Yep.
Were you
Cool.
good at it?
Oh, I'm a terrible bowler, but
No.
I'm
Were you
good
good
at-
at scoring though? Were you good at keeping score?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. That's all right. You pass as long as you do that.
Right.
Didn't make it damn if you bowl 55 or not, as long as you knew how to
My funniest thing
score.
ever happened to me in gym class is I thought it was Miller Lite commercial, but it was Natural Light. Catfish Hunter was throwing darts, and that guy that you can call me this, you can call me that, but you better
Yeah.
hasn't calls me, right? He's calling him catnip, cap this, whatever, right? Well, the last throw of the dart, old Catfish gets a freaking bullseye, and he says, "Bull's ear, Catnip." Me and my buddies out there shooting archery in gym class, and the teacher must not have never watched TV at all, right? So one of us, I can't remember which, gets a bullseye, and both of us at the same time says, "Bull's ear, good job." He walks by, nasty as can be, and says, "It's called a bullseye," and keeps walking. He thinks we're the two dumbest asses in the class, and we think he's dumb because he don't know what the hell we're talking about on the commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, it's freaking funny as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. I have
I
not
think you're
bowled.
caught up on current events there, bud.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to tell him, but we let him walk away thinking we was stupid as hell. It's like,
Yeah.
look, yeah. Just laughed every time you see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has a third string quarterback, I guess, or fourth maybe, named Ron Paulus III. Wasn't Ron Paulus the quarterback there?
Yes, that's his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
his son. That's his
Well,
son.
it's a third though. Was he a junior?
He
Yeah, I
must
think
have
so.
been. Yeah.
I think so. I think he was.
Is he going to be the starter on opening day against the Ohio State?
I don't know. It looks like they have a Tyler Buckner, but it's got a red cross next to his name. He might be hurt. Listed as the
That
number
might
one
mean,
guy.
means he's redshirted.
That could be.
Yeah.
Drew Pine is their starter.
Yeah.
Drew Pine, he's their starter.
Yeah, I saw where Notre Dame, I think, was a 2-touchdown underdog already against Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Somebody give me 14 points. I mean, I'll give anybody 14 points in that game. I'll take Ohio State in that game. They're gonna roll them. They are.
Oklahoma ended up with a quarterback named Dylan Gabriel. Or didn't they have like two guys transfer out of there?
Yeah, they had one guy that went to Oklahoma. I see the one that left Oklahoma went to
USC. He
one of them
followed
went
him
to
out.
one of them went to USC.
One of the Carolinas or something, didn't they?
One of them went down to Texas Tech or something, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was a left-hander, and he sucked too. He was terrible too. And I'm thinking
I know
myself,
the one boy followed him out that
Yeah.
USC.
yeah, one of them followed Coach whatever his name is out there.
Starts with an R. Oh, ain't that awful? I can picture him. He's a young guy.
Yeah.
Riley, something like that.
Yeah. Lincoln Riley.
Yep.
Caleb Williams.
Oh, yeah, the guy that started off on a house of fire and then
Caleb Williams. He's the one that played at Oklahoma, won it.
Yep, he's the guy
Yep.
who
He's
started
at
out real well,
USC.
and then
He's at USC now. He's the one that moved to USC. He's going to be their starter, they're saying. So we'll see. Yeah, he was a lefty, but he was talking to Texas Tech. I guess it didn't happen for him. He ends up.
excuse me.
The starting quarterback for Stanford is 6'6". Tanner McKee. I don't know if he's supposed to be good or not, but they usually have a decent quarterback out there.
How big was that boy from Washington State that back in the 90s got
Ryan
drafted by
Leaf?
Seattle? He
Oh.
was 6'6", 6'7".
Not
Never
Ryan
panned
Leaf.
out.
Leaf was picked by the Chargers.
No, it was before him.
Leaf was 6'5".
McGuire was his name. The boy's name was
Dan
McGuire.
Mark McGuire's
Dan
brother.
McGuire,
Yeah.
Dan
Yeah,
McGuire.
he's a big boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that tall don't necessarily mean good.
No,
You
but
got
they
to be able
love
to
it.
move. Sometimes you got to be able to move a little bit.
Well,
My
you know?
favorite thing they talk about your hand. Oh, his hand's too small. He can't play quarterback.
Kid from Nevada last year, they measured him out at 6'10".
I think Terry Bradshaw said he probably would have had trouble getting drafted with his
Cox,
hands.
what was his name? Cox, Nate
Oh.
Cox, Tate Cox, Nate Cox. I think 6'10". They've measured him out, and I mean, the dude was huge. I mean, he looked like a wrestler. He probably come out. He's probably 260, 265.
What was that boy Kentucky had? He
Oh,
must
the
be-
Jared
hefty lefty.
yeah.
Yrl
He
Divison.
died. He
Yeah.
died.
Did he? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he passed
He
away.
played some in the NFL.
Yeah, he
He
played
did.
for the Giants. Jared
Yeah.
Lorenzen. He was not much of a quarterback, though. What, Corey LaJoy in the
Oh,
league?
really? Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Doug Flutie was short. Yeah, you're right. Doug Flutie
I like
was.
Doug Flutie.
I like
He's a winner.
Yeah.
All he
That's
did
all
was
he's got.
win.
Right.
The problem that you're going to get is that you hope that if you get an 18-year-old that's 6'10", you hope he's grown into his body.
Right.
And then you hope he's not going to be 7'1" and
Right.
340.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you got problems. Because I mean, come on, most guys over 6'10", walking is not a problem. Running is a problem.
Yeah.
Running knees and shit like that start
Right.
getting big and stuff.
Chins.
I don't care. 25 years old, most time you're having problems.
Looks like they're saying that Max Johnson is second string at A&M. I thought he was their starter.
Oh, the one that came from LSU.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand it. After he sucked as bad as LSU, I can understand why he'd be third string. At Central Virginia Community College, you throw him in a
You
community
talked quite
college.
highly of him during the season, didn't you, Ron?
Boy, I really love between me.
You went off on them.
Me and Harris was like, "Oh, son of a bitches in now Auburn." He was Auburn and him didn't get along, and I was like, "This kid at LSU." I mean,
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I remember
Yeah.
you.
Oh man,
he was a big fan.
But he picked Auburn to do well in the NCAA college basketball tournament.
Yeah, he
He
did.
had
He said he felt bad for him. He
Winner
said,
or
"I
something.
went against him for the last 6 months. I'll go for him now." But yeah, Max Johnson looks nothing like his dad. Does nothing like his dad. Yeah, he just slings the ball and he has no fucking clue. Excuse my friend. But I mean, he closes his eyes when he throws it, I think. I really do. He is bad. Man. I ain't lying. I mean, we're talking, maybe bottom 15 in the NCAA, all of college football. He's bad. I would rather have somebody that can take the ball from center and be able to hand it off better than him, because that way he's not going to make as many mistakes. Run for your life. We got Max Johnson, this quarterback. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't see him throwing more touchdown passes than interceptions. Yeah. Wherever he goes, I don't give a damn where you put him. There's just some quarterbacks like that. I think Baker Mayfield is a whole lot that way. I think Baker Mayfield is another one that can throw the ball anywhere he wants to, but generally he throws it in the wrong person's hands or either makes mistakes too much. I don't think the Browns are going to regret getting rid of him. I just think they're going to regret getting rid of him for such a low price. I mean, bargain. No. They're still paying his contract. They're paying his contract. So,
well, part of it, yeah, but I mean,
they got 10 million of it. They got 10 million of it. So, however much he's paying. So, I don't know. Yeah. It's nuts. And that's, when you are not that, and now they better hope what's his name plays this year, Watson, or they're going to look like fools. They're going to start week one.
I think they'll do well down there if McCaffrey can stay healthy down there in Carolina.
What's his name? Brissett? Is that his name? Brissett?
Yeah.
He could be week. He could be week one starter down there.
I think that's the last time he started was when he was with the Colts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brissett.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been since New England, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't think he started anywhere else.
Yeah. he's but it might be a better option than Mayfield. I don't know.
Well, the problem was that Baker decided to be all macho man, and
well, I came
bum shoulder, and
after they traded for Watson, I wouldn't have went for it either. I'd have been like, hell with this shit. I ain't coming in and gonna be a backup for you. Hell with that. No.
Now what I
don't
read,
mind it.
Jimmy G's going to get traded out of San Francisco. And
I've been hearing that for 2 months. So
Yeah.
I've been hearing that for 2 months. I've been hearing talk of Breeze coming back, and nothing has come yet to fruition there. If Breeze, all I can say is this: if anybody signs Breeze for more than $5 million, they're the biggest fools in town too. Yeah, because the last we saw, he couldn't throw the ball 35 yards down the field.
His arm was getting weaker, and now he's been away from a gate for a year. I don't think I would touch that.
But said, it was reported that he quit his job at NBC. But I think he got fired. I still think he got fired. He sucked at what he did, But
I think you'd have like the last year of Dan Marino or something. If you hired him.
I don't know where you'd put. I just don't know where you put him.
Marino, as I recall, last year he was throwing a bunch of interceptions because he just didn't have.
If Washington takes him, the only thing I can say good about that is if they can unload the salary of Wentz and maybe send him to Seattle. But
I didn't really care for that signing to begin with.
But by all indications, Darnold wants out at Carolina. And if he gets out, I think that's where he'll go is Seattle. Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
He played for Pete. He played for Pete Carroll. Makes all the sense in the world. He probably would start. I'm not saying they're going to be that good a team. I don't know how good they are. I think they're better than Carolina, but that's not saying a hell.
I
don't think. You don't think that? Carolina won't win 5 games this year. I don't think with the team they got.
Seattle, they don't got a team.
Neither one of them is going to be good.
Scrap that team and rebuild. Yeah. They don't got nothing.
If all I can say is this: if Tampa Bay doesn't rock that division by 4 games or 5 games, something's wrong. I mean,
they lost the best NFL coach in the NFL by that guy that Keith was talking about, so they might be in trouble.
Who, Arians?
No.
I thought you said they lost the best coach.
Yeah. He was up there in the top 3, wasn't he, Keith? In that poll you had?
Not Bruce Arians.
I thought he was in the top 3 in that poll.
CBS thing that we had?
Yeah, he's in the top 3, I think. You had Andy Reid number 1, right?
Andy Reid was 1. Belichick was 3.
Yeah, I thought he was in the top 3.
No.
Who's
2? I don't think. Was it Arians?
No.
Who was number 2? It wasn't McCarthy. Oh, it was a kid, dumbass from L.A.
The Rams.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was a Rams coach. That's stupid bastard. Yeah,
Sean McVay. Yeah.
A monkey could have coached that team last year.
Someone was like 4th or something.
But Bruce Arians, them losing him is only going to help, I think. But you got 2 games against Atlanta. Atlanta has no clue right now. I mean, you could go give them 5 extra vowels. They're still not going to figure the puzzle out. New Orleans, great defense. Yes, their offense still. They don't know who they're going to have quarterbacking. Then Carolina. All right, you got Darnold. All right, you got Mayfield, but still, they got a lot of problems defensively. And
McCaffrey gets hurt a lot.
and McCaffrey's hurt right now.
Healthy,
McCaffrey's hurt right now.
Oh, is he?
They said he reported to camp with a limp. So I don't know what that's all about. But he just reported on what they call
he could be one of those guys that's all done.
Yeah, but he's a hell of a player when he's healthy. Yeah, exactly, but still, I don't know if he could carry a team to beat Tampa or not. That should be 6 wins right there for Tampa. They got a first place.
Find out what that Marion Barber died from. The guy that used to be with Dallas and then the Bears.
I heard something about the Marion Barber situation. Was it fentanyl?
I don't remember what he died from.
Was it fentanyl? Something.
Oh, really?
That's
nasty stuff inside the jail.
I actually, because it happened while Keith was here, and I mentioned one evening Oh, I think he was, but he just had
No,
left.
that was like a week or two ago, wasn't it?
It's been longer than
Harvard.
that. But he's been a month. He's been dead a month or more now.
Maybe.
Because I'll tell you what happened. Is the day he died, the next day somebody bought a jersey off of me. It would have had to been way back early June. It may have been into May, but it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been at least 4 weeks. Because like I say, I sold a jersey the very next day. Somebody bought a Marion.
Right after I got back, June 1st is when he.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been over a month. It happened. Yeah. I knew it'd been a while because I sent that jersey off. Somebody down in Texas wanted it.
Yeah.
And they offered more money to me if I could get the money to them before the funeral. And I got it to them in 2 days. I got them a 2-day deal there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew it was early. He died the 1st, and I think they buried him like his 6th or 5th. And I mean the 1st that night, wherever we were going to, we might have went to bingo. So it might have been June 1st. Was June 1st a Wednesday? I don't know. I'm just guessing. We were going somewhere that night. I come home. Somebody had bought it and said, "Please send this next day, and please." I'll pay the extra.
June 1st was a Wednesday. Good.
Yeah,
good
we
memory.
came back from bingo. So I get back home at night, 10 o'clock. And I look at my email and it says, please send this jersey, overnight it to me or whatever it's got to be so I can have it by Friday. And I sent it Thursday and they received it Friday. And they gave me a lot more money for shipping and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. So, yeah. They wanted it because they were going to the funeral, wherever it was at or whatever, and they were going to. I think maybe they even went to the grave or whatever, and they was going to put it up on a fence or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. So I got the people's name. I can't release that obviously, but they may have even been kin to him or something. So
the family did not want his brain studied for signs of CTE.
Right. Yeah. But they did find out how he passed away, though. They did do that.
I haven't been able to find anything.
Last I saw, they just still haven't determined what.
Well, usually it's 6 to 8 weeks for an autopsy.
Well, for those toxicology reports, it usually takes quite a while.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they came on FS1. They came on FS1, and this guy that takes over for Coward sometime. I can't think of his name. A real dark-haired guy. He almost has a look like he's like an Indian. I can't think of his name, but anyway, he was the one that came out and said something. It was I want to say it was some type of drug or something that said something about that they were releasing hair samples and stuff like that to the drug place. The league paid to have that done. The league, but they, like they said, they wanted his brain too. The league and the family said, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't go for that. But yeah, where did he play college ball at?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Was he Minnesota? Okay. Now, is that where he was from originally, or was he from?
I don't recall, but I remember it was him and Boney Maroney were in the same backfield.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
His brother's name is Boney Jabroni. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was from Minnesota originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense too, because so many kids end up going 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 miles away from home. And then the first thing that happens in their freshman year is they miss home. It's not like their senior year. Senior year, you're fine by then. You know where your place
Larry
is.
Bird. Good
you know
example.
Where your place is by then. But
yeah, especially some of these small town kids, like I say, like a Larry Bird, and they ain't used to all that.
Magic Johnson stayed home. Wasn't he from Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Michigan kid. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that did. Ralph Sampson went to the University of Virginia.
Yep.
Couldn't write his name. It was reported when he graduated high school, but he was able to.
How about Dexter Manley? He was illiterate.
I was thinking about his name.
Man, poor Mr. D, man. He was terrible.
Good football
Yeah.
player, though.
Oh, yeah. I love
Who was
Mr.
this?
D. He was fun.
What was that he did? Was third, fourth year in college? Manly. What he went to?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they asked him to sign a football, and all he did was put a D on it, and then it looked
Yeah.
like mountains the rest of the way because he didn't know how to spell his name.
Yeah.
Somebody
Sad,
told him
ain't
to
it?
do
Made the
that.
whole way to college.
Yeah, somebody told him to do that. Put a D,
Like,
and then
okay,
just make
I
mountains
get
the rest of the way,
that.
and you'll get. So that's why he started signing his name. I'm like, oh my god!
I get that standards were a little bit bad back in the day, but I could just imagine what it would have been like for kindergarten. How do you not know how to write your name?
Oh,
I did that by kindergarten.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's sad.
yeah.
That's
Well, then again, there was the
minister
line
of the-
coach in the NHL that couldn't read.
How do you get through 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade and all
Right.
that shit? I had some strict ass teachers, man.
Well, up until
Really?
middle school, they can't hold you back unless your parents let them. But after that, high school, you can fail. I mean, how
Yeah.
didn't he fail?
I guess you can't
Of course,
go.
I mean, he's playing football.
If you 7-1 and know how to score 40 a game, you can't
Yeah.
fail. I guess
Yep.
he
If
went
you're
to-
in high school and you getting
And I-
20 sacks in a
tell you.
10-game season.
he went to Harrisonburg High School, 5 minutes max away from James Madison. James Madison wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. University of Virginia jumped on him. I'm like, oh my god.
You don't want to hurt the feelings, right?
Yeah.
Everybody,
Well, John-
everybody's
John's a
smart in their own
school
way.
John's a school teacher. That's what he's
Yeah.
doing for a living. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a school
Well,
teacher.
And then you kind of wonder some of these kids that fail. It's like, are we really teaching them the right things that they need to know to be successful at what they're good at? Because you got these kids that might be wonders working with their hands.
Yep.
What the fuck do they need to know what Catcher in the Rye is about?
Shakespeare.
Get them in a trade
Hell,
school. Hurry up.
Yeah,
I,
don't trust me. With the way the United States is, they'd be smart enough to do it now. With the
I'll
lack
tell
of
you, one of the
kids
most
that aren't doing trade school because we push them to go to college to get.
this
Desk
is
jobs.
what this is.
And
my
the
pet
universities
peeve.
will give anybody a degree for anyone. No, I mean,
Yeah.
anything. You know, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't care if
My
you get a
pet
job
peeve.
or
My
not.
pet peeve of the day is this: I go in Goodwill, buy a shirt. Okay, $4.83. Would you like to round up? Yes. You see it's $4.83. I'm gonna pay $5. The first thing I have to do, there's a paper hanging on the fucking wall that says 83 equals 17. So they have plus 17. And then I'm like, oh my god.
You want to know what really drives them crazy? And I do
I
it
hate
sometimes on purpose, but most of the time on accident. It's $5.25. I hand them a $20 bill
and a
and give
quarter?
them the freaking quarter, and they said I don't need the freaking quarter, and I'm like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I want 15 freaking bucks back, baby. I don't want all that change. And
I've
shit.
got one. I got one to beat that one. I go one day.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh man, I go one day
Rob's
to
getting
Hardee's.
fired
I
up.
go to Hardee's to get a middle-sized drink, and they tell me this drink is $3.05. I give them a $10 bill and a nickel, and she
Blew their
gives me
mind.
gives me back $1. I said, hold the hell up! I ain't $59 fucking dollars for a drink. I told that shit to
We're even
her
ready
face.
for a 5.
Darlene
Exactly,
was with
John.
Me. She was
Yeah.
with me. $9 fucking for a drink, and she says, she's scratching her head. So you'll never guess what happened. Let me get my manager, and I'm thinking, oh my god.
Yeah.
Then this is the coup de grace right here. What happened, sir? I said my drink cost me $3.05.
I didn't order a mac and cheese.
And I
from
gave her a
Chick-fil-A.
$10 bill and a nickel. So you give her $10.05. Yes. And how much did she give you back? $1. And I still got it right here. And the manager's looking at like she needs a GPS to find her fucking ass. I mean, she has no clue, brother. Okay, I said, okay, try this one. Try this one. I paid $3.05 for a drink. I gave you $10.05. Can you work the math?
She can work the math, but probably not the math.
She said, "This was." If I'm lying, I'm dying, folks. How much do you think she owes you? I said, "Everything do. She owes me $6 fucking dollars." I was pissed by this time. I said $6 fucking dollars. She said she does this shit. So she pulls a 5 and a 1 out, and she's still not sure she's gonna give it to me. I said, "Okay. Let me ask you this. If I go open my own damn store and I charge you $3.05 for a drink and you give me a $10 bill, how much you want back?" And she got pissed at me. She got mad when I said that shit. I said,
I was at Martin's the other week.
I'll sell drinks for $9 and I will retire.
I was at Martin's the other week and told this girl that I had the 4 cents.
Ooh.
She rings it up without the fucking 4 cents. The drawer's still open. She's handing me the money. I said, "Here's the 4 cents." The bitch would not give me a whole dollar and gave me the 96 fucking cents. I was fuming. My daughter was with me. I'm like, for 2 cents, I knock her on her ass, babe. Yeah, for 2 cents, I knock her on her ass.
But it took me over 5 minutes for them to realize. And she, at the end, she still wasn't sure what she gave me.
Yep.
And I said, "I am not paying $9 for a drink."
I'll tell you another thing. They don't count the money back to you anymore.
Whoa, this was the thing.
That irritates the living crap out of me.
Sir, can I give you back this 10 and you give me back the 1 and you give me 3 ones? I said, it would be wonderful if I had 3 ones.
And most of the time you drive off, and if you got a bag that you're getting, you open it up.
I would have been
something that you didn't order.
I would have been better off to get the $10 bill back, drive off, not pay for it, let the law stop me and be like, "Okay, what's the problem, sir?" I said, "Yeah. You calling me the criminal? They charged me $9 for a drink. Go in there, you try it." Yeah,
they better be dumping something other than soda in there if they're going to charge you $9 for a drink.
Can you imagine if I would have went back through the drive-thru, had a cop with me, and be like, "Okay, I want you to sit beside me here and take your help. Don't tell them you're a cop. Order the same thing I did. You order a medium-sized drink and pay $3.05 for it. Give me a 10 and a nickel." And he said, "You didn't get $7 back." I said, "I got $1 back." And he says, "What?" He says, why wouldn't they have somebody that can count?" I said, "The manager couldn't count, bro."
Yeah, it's sad.
So another thing.
I'm sorry. Look,
drinks.
I love customer service as much as the next person. But boy, oh boy, get somebody in there can count the damn money. I don't care if you don't. I don't give a damn if somebody can't talk.
It's you know what it is, Rob.
Right, you can get a mute.
They can't do it because they've been doing that Common Core bullshit.
Yeah,
That Common Core math has ruined everybody.
Well, and a calculator too. Yeah. You ask somebody 9 times
because they
8.
can't do anything in their head. They have.
That's what I just said. They got to have a calculator. Ask somebody 9 times. You ask anybody in high school 9 times 8.
Yeah,
and they either got to write the 9s down or either go to their phone and find it.
Well, the other fun thing is that the biggest lie teachers ever told all of us was that there will never be a day where you can have a calculator on you 24/7.
Yeah. Now, but I also say this too. If there ever was one subject you need to know in school, make sure your son, daughter, whoever knows how to level off their checkbook. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they can keep their checkbook right. Make sure they can write a check or pay a bill.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we hear you, bro.
We hear you.
Well, I thought that's bright, though, right? I'm going to switch seats here.
Oh, no, it ain't too bright. It ain't too bright. It just looks like you sweat.
Sure?
How hot is it?
Well, it's humid.
Yeah,
it's beautiful
better, right?
Day down here.
Thankfully, it ain't the Triple H, but hazy, hot, and humid. Oof,
Yeah.
hate
Yeah,
those days.
it's humid.
So,
Yeah, you're right, John. They go to college, get a liberal arts degree. Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, add. Can you add? Your
No.
ass plus one more dumbass equals two dumbass. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that I could always pull out of my ass, and this was due to collecting baseball cards, was you had to have 44 of those 9, the double-sided sheets to get a full 792 top set. It's like, I know what 44 times 18 is.
But yeah,
Looks better.
that
No sun.
happened.
Yeah, good.
That happened
Oh yeah, it
recently.
looks good.
It happened at Wendy's.
Excellent.
And I can call a store number out too if I ever wanted to do that. But that is no lie. I got a medium-sized drink. They say $3.05, and I give her a $10 bill and a $5 and a nickel. $10 and a nickel. And she gives me $1 back.
The other problem is that most of the stores now, everybody usually pays with plastic.
Oh, exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, they love that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, a dumbass loves that.
Yeah.
And the problem was, it wasn't until about 15, 20 years ago that all the fast food joints, they were all cash until about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah, because they got to play that percentage to use that machine. So you go in there and order something for $2, and it costs them more money to use the machine than they made them.
Now I don't think they have to pay it now. I don't think
is that how it is? Oh.
I don't think they have to pay it as much as they used to. That's why they allow that shit, because it's done come so common.
Well, with a debit card, they might not have to pay it at all. Maybe it's just credit.
Prices or something.
Right,
Too.
their prices and they got bumped up so damn high anyway.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Debit card is as good as cash, and credit card they have to charge you a premium for whatever credit card you're using. So debit card comes in your account.
Yeah.
I went to Walmart today. Get a frozen. I was looking for Darlene said, "Go look for a frozen pizza." Great value.
One bite.
Great, no, not the one bite one. Dude.
One bite, you're done.
It's good. Come on.
Great values. Rising crust pizza. $9.65.
What the frick?
$9.
Really?
65. Yes. I ended up getting a DiGiorno or whatever the hell I got. I paid $6.75 for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But $9 something for it today. I got to get fixed. I should have took a picture or two. It was 3 or 4 of them in there.
Or maybe they're just so short.
Like the Tony's ones are usually the cheapest. They're usually around $3.50. Yeah,
about $3.50, $3.75. Yeah, they're not bad.
Thin, though.
I like his sauce on Tony's pretty good too. I like it little. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. I like it pretty. You like it?
I've been getting the one bites. Sorry, me and mom love them.
Oh yeah,
the Walmart. I know you guys disagree, but I love them. They're good, man.
Really?
The rest they're good. Yeah, we love them down here. I mean, in New York, it's good.
There's no taste to it though.
I couldn't get nothing.
I agree. To me, that's not for the price. It's not bad. But
it's $6.50 though. They're $6.50 here. I don't know how much they are up there.
They're $8.50 in New York.
You got to get some red pepper flakes or something to put on there. Just
exactly.
Now, have you ever tried Wild Mike's before?
We don't have that down here. No. Wild
Mike's is the one that barely can fit in the oven. The damn thing is so big.
Yeah.
Have you seen those screaming Sicilian pizza or something?
Yeah, I've never tried that. And I got another one right here. I took a photo of it at Walmart in when we went to Cherokee, North Carolina.
Palermo's are okay.
What's the name of it?
I said Palermo's. Theirs are okay. They're kind of like DiGiorno.
Where's the name of this pizza at right here? Multi-meat pizza. Surfer Boys Pizza. I'd never had heard of that. But that was in the freezer. That was in the freezer of the pizza.
Not by me, Rob. No way.
No. And I'll send all you guys this one, I'm sure. Guy or girl.
You sent it to me.
Now.
Yeah, you sent me that about 5 times.
Yeah. I mean,
that's Neverland Ranch right there.
That's what?
That's Neverland Ranch right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run for your life. Run real fast. Run for your life.
It's not LaToya. It's not Janet. It's the other sister. It used to be a brother.
Yeah, we used to sing it. I don't forget how many years it was. Run for your run for your life. Run real fast. Run for your life, or Michael catches your ass.
How many square miles was that Neverland?
11.2 or something, dude. It's
small,
like
yeah, it's small.
it's like bigger than Disney World. So I'm like, oh my god. They still
Yeah,
may.
but that's not. You're not gonna run too fast to that place, though. For them to
They
get
still
you.
may have kids under the bushes. That's something. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yeah. How big is Neverland Ranch? Yeah. How big is Neverland Ranch? 4.219 miles. Square miles.
Yeah.
So 2 miles by 2 miles.
4 miles by 4 miles.
No,
It's
square miles.
4.2
If it's 4 square miles, it's got to be 2 by 2, right?
Yeah, right.
But 4.2 square miles would be 16. It would be 4 each way, bruh.
No,
It would be
No,
it'll be 2 each way.
2 each.
Yeah.
Or 4 by 1.
Lit.
Well, it's strip,
Well,
Yeah.
half by 8.
Yeah, I like Hershey Park, John. I'd recommend it.
Sorry, guys. That was a
4.219 squared is 17.79 square miles. Because you multiply it times itself.
That's not that big.
No, but it's already squared, right?
it's already squared.
That's what we said. That 4.21 squared would be 17.
No,
No,
square
it's
miles
already
is-
squared. Square miles is already squared.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you divide it by 2 instead of.
All right. So how many
Multiply.
acres? How many acres would that?
Take
That's
the
still a
square
hell
root.
of a lot of acres.
Yeah, that's a big place.
How many acres is Neverland Ranch?
According to the New York Times, Jackson bought the ranch, a 2,700-acre property in Los Olivos,
10,700?
125 miles northwest of Los Angeles, for about $17 million in 1988.
See, I thought I didn't know even though it was in California then. So
So how many acres are in a square mile? 2,500?
how many acres in a square mile?
1 square mile is 640 acres.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
640.
640?
All right.
It's 2,700.
Okay.
Yep. 1 square mile. So that's a lot. Good Lord. And then, so
I have an unexpected meeting coming up, so I have to leave, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
They just
all right.
called me. Yeah.
Have a good one, man.
So,
You taking off
Are you
now?
gonna be live later, guys, or no? No.
I may come on myself because I want to do some bowling, perhaps. And,
Around 10 o'clock, Rob, or no? 10 o'clock.
Oh, it may even be before that. How soon you
All
gonna
right.
be home?
9:30, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there.
All right, that'd be cool.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for the invite, Dwayne.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome, man.
All right, Travis. Good seeing you, bud.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yep.
All right, man.
Good night.
Travis, have a good one. Travis pulls that
You too.
stogie out like I am the man. I don't care. I was gonna say this shit behind his back, and he heard me. Yeah, he laughed first. He
They gotta
pulls
make
that
a
stogie out
cartoon
like,
that,
guess what? I got a horse that won today.
They had to have a cartoon where the minions work at Neverland Ranch or something. They could have them like fixing the Ferris wheel and stuff like that.
We got a
Some
message.
underground like Indiana Jones and the what is it, Temple of Doom or something underneath in the tunnels.
I got a message from Harris. Oh boy, Harris. He is a trip.
Internet's still bad for him.
It must be. I'm not getting his messages like I should be getting them. But yeah, he's pissed. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why he's pissed. Wish I didn't have to work his damn concert tonight.
what is it?
New Kids on the Block.
Yep.
Yeah, so New Kids on the Block, and he ain't much of New Kids on the Block. I
He'd
guess.
probably be up there on stage with him by four.
I was
What
gonna say, which one of those? What's one of their songs? I don't even know.
That's there's Step by Step. There's
Step by Step. Yeah.
or Hanging Tough.
We need to get Harris a Hanging Tough shirt. Send it to him and say something like, "I'm the new kid on the block." Damn it! Yeah, if he'd wear that shit, I'd love to see it. I'm the new kid on the block. Damn it!
He probably has it underneath his freaking
underneath is welcome to the center or whatever. Welcome to the Civic Center. He gonna break it out and start dancing when they get up on the stage. The right stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
You know where
kids aren't even kids.
you know where most of the Jackson kids were born? Michael Jackson's family?
Cleveland.
No,
the Gary, Indiana is where.
Gary, Indiana.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like what, 8 of them, 7 of them.
That's just outside of Chicago, I think, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it's a rough part of town too. Rough part of town. Gary, Indiana's rough.
Is that where Lyman Bostic got killed
Yeah.
Okay.
in
I did not
'78?
do that. The right stuff.
I seen a picture of them passing as kids, the Brady Bunch kids, on ABC Studio lot. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Yeah, it's hard to believe that was going on at the same time.
And we'll say you don't like new kids on the block. We got to ride him a little bit.
Who's that?
Well,
Who you?
that was
Harris.
standing around
Harris.
with one big funky bunch. Oh, sorry, you can't say that.
Then I'm gonna say, somebody had told me you bought front row seats for you.
Yeah, no.
You imagine
No.
that. He gets mad. He gets mad as shit. He don't give a folks. If you guys don't know Harris, he'll tell me to go to hell in a heartbeat. And he'll do it. He's
He'll come back and talk to you later.
Yeah, but Rob, you gonna be online later? Please be online later because I'd like to have a little something to say to you. Rob, go to hell. Oh yeah, Harris is a trip.
Do Boys to Men still make music?
Who is that?
Boys to Men, do they still make music?
Not really. They're. I think they're down to 3 members now. If they do, I think they still go on tour, but I think they're only 3 members.
They were Boys to Men, and now they're like Men to like Gangs or something like that. I don't know.
No. They still go by Boys to Men.
Men to Gangsters, and then 98 degrees. I think 98 degrees is like 76 Fahrenheit or something now, I guess. I don't know what the hell they are. They done cooled an awful lot.
I don't think that they've performed in forever. Well, then again, Nick Lachey got too big for his britches, so.
Yeah, Nick Lachey, men to seniors. men to seniors.
Seniors. Well, then again, what do you call them? The Backstreet Men? The Backstreet Boys?
The Backstreet
Dudes?
The Backstreet Dudes? Yeah, I like that one.
The Backstreet Men in Homes, yeah. And the nursing home gang, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that shit. You go watch him in concert. Okay, I'm 56, I'm 58, I'm 63, and I'm 66.
And then that brings up the question: so should 50 cent be $3.50 because of
since the inflation hit?
Yeah.
Since the inflation hit, 50 cents now $3.75. Oh, Travis, you all right, bro? You all right?
Yeah, everything's cool.
We're fine. We're talking about you all night long.
You'll have to answer every time.
Rob, have you ever tried to do the MC Hammer parachute pants dance?
Oh no, I seen that video one time, That was some funny
Rob
stuff,
was too
man.
legit to
It
quit,
looked like-
man. He knows
Yeah.
that. Too legit
Yeah.
to quit.
It looked like speaking of Don Huston, it looked like he got a load in both legs there when he's out there.
Yeah, Rob was too legit to quit, and he knew it when it was hammer time.
I wonder if Hammer Time knows when it's Hammer Time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. We got Hammer Time at races with us.
Yes, we
Yes, we
did.
do.
Yeah.
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 Good old Stanley Burrell, and you know how he got the nickname for Hammer, right? I think I've told this
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, hanging around the A's, right, or something.
Yeah, well, he was
Looked
hanging around
like
the
Hank
A's.
Aaron.
Yep, looked like Hank Aaron. Like legitimately, he kind of did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, some of those boy bands, they funny as shit to even talk about.
Man, still leading.
The
That's
98,
awesome.
98 degrees and
Man, if he wins that race, that messes up the whole playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
well,
you got the Justin
is that in the
Timberlake
last?
band
Is that
and
the
synth.
last segment? Or was that just the first segment?
He says 7 laps to go.
Wow,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be something? LaJoy
Yeah, it would. Like I
wins.
say, I'd really throw a monkey
Where,
wrench into it.
where are they racing at today?
Oh, darn, you asked me too fast. Ain't that awful? Just,
Atlanta.
yes. So it's more or less like a
Atlanta.
super speedway.
Yeah, so they're running that.
Mm.
He says a caution. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Caution 7. Maybe that's number 7 caution. I don't know. 7 left. G Puck, is it number 1? Is it the last segment? If it is it only 7 laps left? If there's 2 yeses there, he may be too legit to quit.
Yeah, but they'll have a big pile up and 30 cars a wreck.
Yeah, and then
That's
they'll
freaking
have the
ridiculous.
overtime. The overtimes,
Go
everybody
over
loves.
overtime, and there'll be 2 cars still running at the end of the race.
Right.
I can't believe the owners don't bitch about that. I hate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's
Because all it does is ruin equipment.
Look, they used to race back to the caution.
Exactly.
I mean, race back to the flag. The only time they quit that was the time Dale Jarrett got turned sideways at Phoenix. And they were like, oh, no, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
This is dangerous. We can't do this anymore. Look,
Well, the worst part, Rob, was they stopped managing themselves and using common sense, that they went balls to the wall no matter how dangerous it was. They used to use common sense so you didn't have to police them.
yeah. Chastain banged Hamlin yet again. Oh,
I like Ross.
yeah.
Common sense, is that the tool you use to calculate how much change to get back?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, right,
You're
right.
Yep.
We don't use calculator. We use common sense now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like old Ross.
Or call it 1980s math.
Yeah.
Dumbasses. 10 minus 3 equals 7. You stupid fucks. Yeah.
Yeah, overtime.
Oh,
It's
boy.
like, remember all those times you asked your mom or dad why you had to study this stuff? This is why.
Yep.
Well, I
It's
never had a
really
problem
stupid
doing
right
I always did my math homework. When it came to, well, today we're studying. We're gonna read about a flower in the sun, or I don't know, some bullshit like that, some kind of garbage. We're gonna read some kind of or I love this is the one I love. We're gonna do a book report on Shakespeare. Why?
It's going to take
Wow,
you
we're
5
doing a
minutes to
book
realize
report on
every
Shakespeare.
fucking word he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Hath we do this any longer? Do we die of boredom because this effing sucks?
And you have to write your essay in the same type of language.
God.
Yeah, I got in some trouble writing some
Can't
stuff.
I do this?
I got in some trouble
I
in
get
my
pissy.
senior year because I would have finished this sooner, Mrs. Del Campo. Hath I not had something to do other than this stupid book report? Yeah, I did that. I put that on there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Let's just say there was one. We had to read something, and I think I answered A for every question and may have gotten one right. Didn't give a shit. Like, John, why did you do this? Because I felt like it.
Once in 6th grade for a book report, I made up a book. I made up the story. I made up the author and everything. Turned it in, and I got a B on it.
Oh,
there was a neighbor down the street from me that used to do like it's either once a year or once every other year. Willie Mays was his favorite person to do a report on. He changed a few words here, changed a few words there, turned it in. Teachers wouldn't have any idea.
I did one. Let's see, 8th grade or 7th grade on Old Yeller, the dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I immediately went and got the video, the VCR tape of Old Yeller.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the movie 2 days ahead of time, and I wrote down what happened. Teacher said, "Bob, yeah, I'd like to talk to you for a second after the class." So she come over and set me down. She said, "Where's your book yet?" And I went and got the book, and she said, "Oh, okay, just wanted to show you something." And then she tried to open the book, and the pages were so stuck together that it looked like it hadn't been opened in 5 years. You know, one of them kind from the library. And then she looked at me again, kind of funny. And then she said, "I'm gonna ask you." She said, "You've already gotten your grade of a B because the class." They got to grade me on it. She said, "I'm going to ask you this straight up. You can tell me a lie if you want to." But she said, "I'm just going to ask you straight up. How many pages of this book did you read?" And I said, I took the book back. And I said, "How many of them open up easily?" And she done like it. She said, "About to right there." I said, "Yeah, about to right there." And she said, "Oh, 9." And and she said, just when did you read this book?" And I said, "This morning." And so I had read this 9 pages this morning. And she said, "Just when did you finish this book report?" I said, 2 days ago. And she said, and she said, how did you come about knowing anything about Old Yeller?" I said, "Thank goodness I had a VCR that worked." And she looked at me, she gave me a hug. She said, poor thing. She tapped me on top of the head and she just let me go. She was like, "Oh Lord."
Is that one of those things where the movie had a different ending, a little bit
different?
Oh,
it was a little bit different from the book because that's why she called me in there. I said, yeah. I watched, because I told her, I said, I watched all hour and 57 minutes of it or whatever it was. I watched it all. And immediately,
where did LaJoy finish at G-Puck?
As soon as that was over with, I'm writing down everything that happened. So I'm writing down that I want to say he got shot or whatever, and they had to take him to the vet and done all this stuff. So, or somebody was working on him and all. The way I understand, I think in the book maybe an Indian ended up working on him and fixed him up and all this. But no, and I think on the movie they ended up taking him to somebody, some lady or something ended up doing or something. So it was not totally different, but it was different from the original writing of it, which most movies are.
They had to put him down at the end, didn't they? Because
I think they ended up having to kill him. Yeah,
he ends up getting
the little boy was English.
Rabies or something.
He gets the phobia.
That's
what they call the phobia. Yeah.
Yeah. Hydrophobia. Yeah.
Hydrophobia.
Yeah. He's looking at
they had to shoot him in the put him in that shack.
Yeah.
Had to shoot him through the door. Travis did.
And the little boy was like, Elliot ended up winning. How about that? Little Joy caused the wreck.
Yeah, I was wondering where LaJoy finished at.
And probably not in the top 20. John Wise said, "I had to go to remedial reading. After 2 weeks, she said, 'You read well. What happened on the test?' I told her I drew a picture."
Yeah, he was saying before he chose AABB because it made a sailboat. And he's like, "All right, take care, John."
All right, John. You have a good one, man.
I might get out of here.
Well, I
got to get ready to pick up my daughter.
I took a typing class.
Oh, I did too, so I could be with the girls.
Typing class. The teacher called me to the front of the class one day. She said, "Just why did you take typing?" I said, "I can't tell you." And she said, "Why is that?" I said, "I just can't tell you." And she said, "Well, I want to know. I said, I just can't tell you. She, after the bell rung, she said, you're going to stay here for a while. I said, you sit right there. After the class left, she looked at me and said, why did you take typing? I said, because I thought the teacher was hot. I ain't lying. I'm in 11th grade, bro. I'm in 11th grade.
I thought, but I was wrong.
No. I said the teacher was hot. She looked at me and she said, "Why, thank you, Mr. Kinsler." I said, "Am I going to pass?" She said, "It's not going to help you a lot." But she said, "If you come close, you might get appointed." Okay. I walked out of there. I was tickled shitless that she even knew I thought she looked good. She was a cute teacher, a pretty teacher, but yeah, she kept asking me, kept pushing. And I was like, shit on it. If she tell mom, I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit.
You couldn't make something better than that up.
That's the
why
truth.
would you want, brother?
Right, with it. Tell the truth, right?
I was like, yes. I hope to hell you know it.
Now she's going to be trying to catch you looking at her.
I didn't care. She could walk by me anytime she wanted to. I couldn't have fell asleep in that class. That was the
I
one
hope that
class.
boy starts doing well, G-Puck. He needs to
14th
get his act
car.
together in that 21 car.
How old
Yeah,
was she?
LaJoy 21st. Huh? Yeah.
How old a teacher was it?
She had to be late 20s, early 30s or something like that. She was young.
Yeah, I had a
she
teacher that was like in her mid-20s for chemistry in high school. It was kind of good looking.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I told her. And I said, if it weren't for you, I'd skip class I'd skip out every day. And after that, it was just known that I liked her, and I passed the class. I was like, she said, can you tell me the letters of the thing? It was the last of the test. QWERT. And she told me,
YUIOP.
I said, I played Qbert. I played Qbert before. That was one of the new games ever on Nintendo back at the time, back in '84.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, what about the rest of them? I said, I don't know about the rest of them. I said, QWERT, and I don't know the rest. She looked at me. She said, you are a sight. You are a sight. I said, does that mean I failed? She said, no, you ain't failing. I said, you're a sight too, ma'am. And I walked in.
Well, you should at least have remembered the quote unquote home row that has the bump on it. ASDF, JKL, some.
We had some characters in that class. There was a guy. He was actually the town cop down here, the town I live in, just down from me. He passed away, and if I'm lying, I'm dying, Mr. Moorfield. But we were in chemistry class. Well, not chemistry. I just had biology in 10th grade, and he was in the class next to us. And he was in class with his girlfriend sat right next to him. And all of a sudden, we hear huge screams in the other classroom. And he gets up, covering his front of him up, and goes running down the hallway. And they said his girlfriend was reaching over, messing around with him in class and all. And he had a little bit of an accident.
A little bit, huh?
So we had a nickname for him after that. And he couldn't drop it. He didn't like none of us that used to call him that and all. You remember Captain Kangaroo? They had Mr. Green Jeans.
Yeah.
We called him Captain Cream Jeans, and he didn't like it. We used to call him the Captain Cream Jeans, and he kept that name until we graduated high school, and then let's say he's been dead.
Call him out while he's sheriff.
Well, I never saw him at all when he was like it was town
Constable.
Something like that. He was a head one over the town or whatever. It wasn't it wasn't consider him the sheriff. He was but they had like two town cops, and then he was the head one. I don't forget what they called him, but he was one over everybody. He liked everybody. He got along with everybody. So I guess he outgrew that. but while he was in school, that's all I never even called him by his name again. I forgot his damn first name at one time.
I remember when I had that chemistry class with a good-looking teacher, and there was a kid in there. He was just being a jerk towards her, and just everything, slouched down in his chair and stuff. Well, one of the seniors in the class was a defensive lineman on the football team.
Oh.
He got pissed at this kid. He walks over 2 rows, picks this kid up by his shirt, lifted him up, and threw him back down in that chair. I mean, everybody else got kind of quiet. she called down to the principal's office and sent that bigger kid down there though for doing that.
Man,
I've been surprised now today. They probably would have charged that kid with assault.
Probably.
Or assault and battery.
Yeah.
Throw him in jail. Yeah, you're right.
All right, guys, I think I'm going to get going.
Yeah, he's got to go anyway because he's got to go pick his daughter up.
Yeah, that was her texting me.
Okay, I got you, bro.
Yeah, he was driving down to school, down to his first year in college. Got in an accident, rolled over. The truck landed on top of him and killed him.
Wow,
that was a bad thing.
Wow.
What time are you going to get on here?
Do what?
What time are you going to get back on here?
What time are you going to be home? 7:15, 7:30, or later?
Can you around 8 o'clock give me time to get something to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be able to. If I do the 8 o'clock, then I'll probably do my bowling tonight.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, that way I can go ahead and have the bowlers ready for what's tonight? It's Chicago tonight. Chicago.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me around 8 o'clock. I'll send you a text when I'm ready.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Catch us in there, Keith. And if you do, us two after we're done on the broadcast, we'll get you in there.
Yep.
All right.
All righty. Thank you all.
All right.
Thanks, John, G. Puck, Tim, Travis. Who else was on here tonight?
Me,
Big
man.
Don was on here. Yeah.
A big bad Don.
Yeah. You all have a great evening and check us out at 8 o'clock over on Rob's channel.
For a moment.
What's that, Keith?
Amish Elvis was in here for a moment.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Amish Elvis. Yeah.
Yeah. And silence for me for falling off the top. I'm in the
moment of silence, right?
Moment of silence for me. Yeah.
But somebody, as soon as he got on the channel, reminded me that he never dropped down while he was doing it.
You talking about yesterday when you were at the auction?
Do what?
You talking about
no, he dropped down to the Division 2s.
I've dropped into Division 2.
That was a premonition or like a sign yesterday.
Oh, it happened today.
You were dropping.
Today it really happened. Yeah.
Yep.
I watched it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Y'all take care.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.